Всем уважаемые граждане, с вами Тейвил и куча лагов. В общем, если честно, меня бесит. Я сегодня нафиг в 5 часов вечера проверял, есть ли у меня дропы на стриме или нет на, типа, типа сам в себя, в свой, типа, канал на Твиче, который на моем аккаунте висит. И дропов не было. Я сидел, играл минут 20, ни единого лага, ничего. И вот, for fuck's sake, опять появляются дропы, 1440 уже.
A memory flickers across your mind. Your father, standing over your cradle. I knew the mixture of affection, indecision, and disgust. Almost like an archaeologist looking at a strange discovery. The memory disappears as soon as you and your companions reach the bottom of the stairs. Your father's sanctuary, as if touched by skeletal hands.
Так, на чем мы остановились? Собственно, Исама Тахар, отец, судя по всему, что-то мутил. И мы исследуем его по факту лабораторию, в которой он что-то мутил, чтобы узнать, что он мутил. При этом мы встречаем здесь всякую хрень, типа, я не знаю, зомби без лица, но в pretty much очень даже... Так, вечером всегда идет проседание скорости интернета, пропуск пакетов и загруженность канала, вот те дропычи. Нет, понятно, но дело в том, что у меня достаточно хороший провайдер, и у меня все еще есть подозрение, что если бы я умел правильно настраивать роутер, или если бы мне кто-нибудь настроил роутер, то этих проблем бы не было. Вот, потому что у меня тут такая система, что хоть и к ней. Ладно, anyway, собираем толпу, идем, пытаемся вспомнить, куда идти. Я сделаю себе экран посветлее, потому что я ни черта не вижу. О, сколько лута-то. Книги. Мой отец все это читал? Все это прочитал? Так. Тахар, возьми лут. Мне не нравится, на самом деле, таскать этого фанатика с собой. Не, я смотрел все подключения к своему Wi-Fi через роутер, ничего там лишнего нету, и смотрел я их и утром, и вечером, и днем, и не один раз. Битва в Каменном заливе. Историческая книга, которая описывает битву в Каменном заливе. Зашибись. Ну, история это хорошо, конечно. Стихийная магия, плетение снов, призыв духов. В книге повествуется обо всех видах магии. Активируем Божий камень. Смотрим этот лутан. Не, ну конечно, защитить Ликаина это хорошая идея, но... Что за хрень? Это закрытая комната. Я уже думал, что это оборвали карту и... Ага, вот проход куда-то налево, где мы еще не были. Я просто, честно говоря, этот данжен меня немножечко угнетает. Плюс отсутствие армии. Отсутствие арми-билдинга. О, for fuck's sake. Так, надо вспоминать, как блокировать заклинания. Она еще и хилится, эта хрень. Или это нас хиляют? Так, кажется, вот огненная искра забивает заклинание, не обвинение. Вау. Все переключайтесь, все переключайтесь. Так, сейчас мы начнем тестовать. Так, вот, живи. Вот Крутимач живет, но... Жуть. Управлением проблемы. Так, давай, Рикань, лечи его. Fuck sake.
Killed one of our heroes.
I need help over here.
Oh, come on. Так, вот, иди, подними ее. Сейчас я закину всякой фигни. Ликайн сейчас там танкует, да? Ну зашибись, пусть Ликайн там танкует. И злые монстры. Пей, Дилей. Фоксей, как? Каким макаром ты ее так быстро свалил? Так. Что это хрень? Слушайте, ну прям лютые чуваки на самом деле. Могу сказать, что я прям справляюсь. А, да что ж такое, да? Не успел отбежать. Так. Я уже даже не успеваю видеть просто различные виды кастов. Еще и ликайны лечить. Нет, ладно, это окей, это попытка загрузиться, потому что ликайн сейчас навернется. Так, окей, как к этому делу подойти? Надо их рассредоточить по всей комнате. Они стояли рядом.
Books. Did my father read all these?
Unlikely.
Страшные звуки из соседних комнат. Домой пришли и начали разговаривать. У нас не разговаривают ниже, чем на 46 децибелов. Блин. Так, ладно. Anyway. Значит, тварюшка. Варфар. Ну, тварюшка. Все остальные. Отгружаемся назад. И сюда. Ты сюда. Вор. Пей. Вот, лечись. Заткнись. Мне вообще хватало хила на дворфа. Вроде пока хватает, Ликайн там помогает. Это был хил. Я не понимал, что это был хил. Ты можешь с расстояния атаковать? Эту четырехрукую тварь. Лунная мразота. Застрелим сейчас. Я все не привык к тому, что есть хиллер, которого я прям не особо контролирую. Ты пей бутылку и дальше насчет фука. Так, ну вроде здесь ничего страшного приходить не должно. Пока. Будет смешно, если у него есть. О! Альф подписался, спасибо огромное. В 5-м месяце мне почему сказал, что у тебя было больше времени или у тебя раз что-то залетелось. Сколько нынче подписок на Твиче вообще стоит, мне интересно. О, по fuck's sake, как я проинотил то, что она похилилась. Не гибнуть, народ, не гибнуть. Должен быть ресурс. Не, ну у тебя 5 месяцев только принимать ресурс. Я бы сказал, что у тебя больше года было. Ну я не знаю, меня может глючит, и я не знаю, как Twitch работает в этом плане. Все. К мраку. Я пока буду закидывать сайт. На всякий случай. И еще раз запнем ее. Опа, фу, господи, завалили. Жуть какая, надо сохраниться. Мне этот бой немножко выморозил. Окей, есть ли куда здесь дальше идти, в этом вопрос?
Sure.
Походу есть. Походу очень даже есть. О, опять песня. Вот я буду офигевать, если это способ поразговаривать такой. Коммуникация. Но она, по крайней мере, стала не такая стрёмная, как она была.
Understood.
Какой-то очень странный язык у них. Не определяю каких-либо фонетических паттернов. Мне кажется, это просто рандомные слова. Привет, Хуилка. Меня на еноте своим. Холка, во, холка. Мне нравится слово холка. Так. Еще раз эта песня пошла. Да, пробегайся.
The song. It has stopped.
Indeed. Incredible. All this.
То есть вообще все ее слышали в этот
I've
раз,
never
да?
felt anything like it.
Me neither. Whatever's behind that door, it must have been the source your father used for his experiments. Or maybe... No, never mind.
What?
Окей,
Nothing.
Рокин что-то
Just
знает.
thought. But it's irrelevant.
Any thoughts? We have no idea what to expect, so we should stay closely together.
No.
I'm sorry?
Whatever is in there, you, the pariah, needs to face
Oh,
it.
come on.
It's what I
Мне что, в
saw
одно
in
рыло
the
придется
vision,
идти?
thus, it's Aenir's will.
Это совершенно
Isn't
не...
this exactly what we should not do?
Я абсолютно
Still,
согласен с
I do not know.
Изгримом. У меня
I'm
партия
just his
сделана.
servant. It doesn't matter. It's the All-Father's will, and we will obey.
This is too dangerous. We go in together, or we don't go at all.
No. You will do as the All-Father wills, and proceed alone.
Else?
Else, you will suffer the consequences.
Come on,
If you
Лекай.
remember, there are dozens of my men and
Я ж
women in
прорублюсь
the
через них.
fortress, with the command to kill you all on sight, should you emerge from this place without me accompanying you.
But this is crazy. We have no idea what she'll face in there.
You will handle it. Now do as I say. Believe me, it's for the better.
I don't really have a choice. Do I?
Есть
You don't.
возможность
Alright.
напасть на Лекайна.
Then let's just get this over with. Just stay put. I'll be back.
Wait.
What?
Whatever you find in there,
Господи.
remember that I only did what I deemed best for you. Please.
I don't follow.
Just...
Ну, он явно связан с чем-то, что там внутри.
Maybe you'll see, maybe you won't. Now, go on in.
Лекайн, я могу тебя выстрелить в тебя? Чё за рельсы? Чё за грёбаные рельсы мне тут дают спелфорфовские ГМы? Я хочу напасть на Лекайна и уничтожить весь его культ.
No turning back now.
Ну да, естественно. 29 хилок,
Will do.
13 маны и кулдаун на лечение. Офигительно. Окей, это выглядит как довольно большой зал с какой-то статуей женщины внутри. Господи. Теперь, это, короче, ее статуя, видимо, разговаривает. Андра. Это, кажется, та из Шейпер какой-то, который, видимо, со мной разговаривал.
Tiara's breath.
О, господи. Коснулась и офигела. Бедная актриса озвучки. У нее так горло после этого болело.
My child. Finally.
Вау, тут есть типа шейперский перевод.
Your mother. I'm your mother.
Мамаша, охренеть.
Say that again?
I'm your mother. You are the blood of my blood, my child. My daughter.
Каким это макаром вообще возможно?
And you finally come. You've come to save me.
I don't understand.
I'm your mother. The quiet man, Isamu.
Ну это не то чтобы мать, я бы
And
сказал.
after all this time, you finally heard me.
Ну, биологически похоже на создание, согласен.
Sit down. I believe we have a lot to talk about.
У них даже двойная озвучка есть. Прикольно.
You are silent.
Yes, I'm sorry. All this, it's a lot to take in.
I feel the same way. All those years I've spent in this slumber, only to wake up and be experimented upon by your father.
А спала, когда просыпала. Понятно. Короче, грубо говоря, Тахара — это эксперимент.
I still wonder if this is really happening. Or maybe just a strange dream.
Фига себе долго она спит, если она вообще все со сном путает. Тихий человек.
Why is it that you call Isamo the quiet man?
Well, I did not know his true name until years after my awakening. And before that, he hardly spoke. So this is what my mind always called him.
Жестоко.
So, you've been in this stasis until I came here, and I somehow set you free?
I was awake, but at the same time I wasn't. Whatever the quiet man did after he woke me, it left me in this haze. I didn't see, I couldn't move, but I could hear, and I could feel.
That must have been horrible.
It was, and there were times where I just wished that he would finally end it.
Why can I understand you? We don't speak the same tongue, do we?
We don't know, but you joined your spirit to the Nexus, didn't you? Our minds are connected. Thus,
грубо говоря, какой-то такой домашняя станция, которую ты подключаешь своим мозгом. И не уверен, что она прям создательница. А, или шейперы перевели как создателей.
I still can't believe you're a shaper.
Да, шейпер.
Shaper. That's how the quiet man called me too. We called ourselves Sarlon.
I know, but how is it possible that you're still alive?
Колорит.
Your race. I thought you were extinct.
Yes, so it seems. I was unaware of this until the quiet man told me.
But how did your people die? And how did you survive?
I do not know how my people died. Believe me, child, I have spent a long time wondering.
Какого хрена вообще она здесь делает в этом вопросе?
It is a long story. I was one of the Yulas caste. The scientists, the scholars, the priests.
Ученый, короче.
And like many other Zalontep at that time, I was taken by the scourge.
The scourge?
Это типа чумы? Да, это чума. Это самое.
For over a decade at that time. It ate us up from the inside.
Она обращалась против, собственно, слушайте, какая, я не знаю, какая-то альфа-аутоиммунная болезнь.
Most scholars who studied your people firmly believed that the Shapers had cured the world of all diseases.
Then they are wrong. We had found cures for many of them, yes. But even these were often only.
Ну, это логично, что они были доступны только правящим кастам.
And there was no cure for the scourge.
But you survived.
Scourge.
How?
Through a ritual, an experiment. The idea was to freeze my body until a cure would be found. Looking back,
Мне кажется,
I
что
wonder why I
все.
was so eager to keep living. I was just a power-hungry woman who had no one to mourn her death. By the face of time, it's strange to tell you this. Millennia have passed, but some of the memories are still so lively.
Она, грубо говоря, помнит все как вчера. Ну, не все.
How old were you when the scourge
Интересно, да, как они живут.
90 years.
90. А, это половина жизни. Окей, прикольно.
You said that my father created me? What is that supposed to mean?
Вот в этом вопрос он ее типа умудрился как-нибудь не считал ее живым существом.
was a tool.
Ну это типа обращался к ней как
The
говно,
essence,
а не
the source of all magic.
не считал ее
Your
прям
father's
вот
race,
разумным
they are
живым
only
существом.
able to access a glimpse, a twinkle from an endless sea. We, the Zalonthep, were different. We have always been closer to the essence. We had understood how to harness it, and that had made us powerful.
Ну, логично, окей. Магократия, грубо говоря. Это значит эссенция. Что за эссенция?
So the essence is the place that all magic comes from?
Yes, but there were and probably are many names for it. The essence is only what my people called it.
Наверное, ее источник где-то не так далеко, да?
Did you ever try to resist, to break free?
Of course, but it was pointless. I could not speak and I could not move, and even my magic could not aid me.
Okay.
So you're saying that my father wanted to use you to gain access to this essence?
Yes, he was obsessed with the idea of gaining power, and to him, I was the key. But what he was trying to do, transferring my aura, my powers onto himself, was impossible. And he
То есть он хотел забрать ее силы. Слушай, мне кажется, что у нее не кварианский скафандр, а просто, я не знаю, связка так построена. Хотя нет, она же в голове вроде говорит тебя. Не? Окей, почему нельзя забрать твои силы?
Because an aura is as unique as a person's eyes or their fingertip skin. It cannot simply be put on and off like a helmet or a glove, and it dies with its owner.
Which is why you tried to find another way to gain access to your powers.
Yes, he tried transferring my energy to a talisman, to these flesh creatures he created, and countless other ways, but it was all in vain. These experiments went on for years, and even though I couldn't
Хасты, которых мы видели, это попытки были сделать.
I felt it all. Then he created you. His train of thought was simple. If my aura could not be transferred, it could be passed on to my offspring.
Я правильно понимаю, что этого не произошло?
How is that even possible? A shaper and a human?
It is possible. The way we conceive, how we bring forth new life, it is different from what you are used to.
How?
It's complicated.
Я хочу говорить об этом с дочерью.
What matters is it worked.
Это
Down
смешно.
here on this altar, I gave life to you.
Короче, разработчики не хотели заморачиваться с этим, я смотрю. Окей.
So I'm half shaper.
Полусоздатель.
Once again, this has to do with the way we conceive, but I do not want to talk about it. I hope you understand.
Может, что раскроют, конечно.
So this is where the nightmare comes from, isn't it?
What nightmare?
Ever since I was a child, I had these dreams. I think I saw this place, the creatures my father created. The images, they were so vivid, so real. But whenever I told Osama about them, he just shrugged it off. I always felt they were connected to something that had happened a long time ago. Now I know.
Yes, that is possible. Quite often, our dreams remind us of the things we have long forgotten.
What happened then? What did Osama do?
He took you away. For what purpose, I do not know. But it is evident that it did not work. Even through you, he could not obtain access to the essence. As for what happened afterward, that is a question you are more fit to answer than I am. And once you freed me, I want you to tell me all.
What exactly happened when I touched your hand earlier? How did I wake you?
You don't know.
How should I?
Yes, how should you? I am sorry, child. For some reason, I continue to expect you to know all those things I would have taught you. If...
Мама расстраивается, что не вырастила дочку. Мама шейпер, блин.
You see, a shaper does not always have that connection to the essence the quiet man was looking for. When they come of age, there is an event called the melding. The child, guided by her creators, unlocks the potential.
Не родители, творцы.
Your father, he did not know this, which is why you could never give him what he wanted.
So this is what happened? You performed this ritual on me?
It's less of a ritual, but something that happens with age. It would have happened far earlier if we had not been separated. But yes,
ошибись. Прошу прощения, это по факту пубертантный период шейперов.
And the energy that was set free also lifted my curse. Or at least parts of it. I am still unable to move.
But what does that mean? That I can now access the essence?
No. The melding only provides the child with a key. Finding the door is a lifelong quest. But yes, deep down inside you have unlocked something. A potential for the enormous power.
Типа мега-магом стать, одним из магов круга, как было в первом Spellforce, я так понимаю. Или даже основателем круга.
But I still don't understand. What's the story behind that song? You said that you called out to me, so that I could find and save you.
Yes, I have done nothing else since your father
Факт, у
took
них
you
проблемы
from me.
случились с кодировками.
But it was only a short time ago that I finally started to feel that I could sense your presence somewhere out there. Thus, I tried to focus my thoughts onto you and sent them out into the world.
Она, короче, почувствовала и пытается телепатически меня со мной связаться, но она слишком поздно сделала. Собственно, песни передавались, короче, ее эмоции. Говорит она.
My father died a year ago.
Год назад.
Could this be the reason that we only started hearing the song 6 moons ago?
Я думал, сильно раньше.
Dead?
Yes. He started a rebellion against our kingdom and fell in the final battle.
I see. I always knew it would come to that, you know. His hunger, this glare in his eyes. I knew it would consume him eventually.
Зашибись.
How does that make you feel?
That is a good question. I do not know. I expected to feel relief, joy, triumph even. But instead, I feel nothing.
So his death broke whatever spell he had imposed on you. And because of that, your telepathy finally carried through the walls of this place.
That is the only explanation. Yes.
So it was telepathy. But how come only certain people heard you? Only mages.
Is it not obvious? Because having magic means standing close to the essence. And only those who stand close are receptive to my telepathy. I did not know the form my thoughts would take on, but it seems that for us, it was a song.
Как эта песня людей-то и нежить поднимает?
To free your mother from her suffering. There is poetry in that, isn't there?
Мрачная поэзия получается, да.
Dark poetry, if anything. You killed people.
Killed?
Your song. It was lethal to everybody who wasn't gifted with magic.
Прям, да, реально тысячи людей.
Thousands of people died. Men, women, children. Whatever magic was in there, it burned them up from the inside.
But the name of the song, I didn't know.
Зашибись, Блайта.
I just don't understand. Why did the song kill people without magic? How is this possible?
I don't know. Maybe it was too much for their minds to bear. Forgive me.
А нежить почему она поднимает?
I don't know what to say.
But it's over now, isn't it? I found you.
Yes, it should be, but... Oh, please, you have to believe me. I didn't know. All I wanted was to have you back.
Бабушкинский голос у нее сейчас появился.
Wait.
Зашибись, кто там приперся? Гребаный фанатик? What?
No!
Да, гребаный фанатик.
I'm sorry. It was necessary.
What did you do?
Какого
What do
хрена?
you think? I fulfilled Aenir's prophecy. Searching for a cure, the pariah seeks the truth. A lost mother will be found and awoken from her slumber, and thus allows me to receive her essence.
You knew about this. You know about my mother?
Yes, I did. I knew that the blood burn was caused by a Shaper mother looking for her lost child. But what I didn't know was where to find her. So I had to find the child instead. Which I did. The pariah. Though I certainly did not expect it to be Asamo Tahar's daughter.
But why? What for?
Isn't it obvious? Because I needed her essence. The key to the Archfire. Through its power, I will be able to open the gates and to allow Aenir. I'm sorry, Tahar. Your mother, she will now serve the greater good. I hope you understand.
Understand? You bloody killed her!
She is not dead. Her body may be, but not her mind. Inside that amulet, she's still alive. It's what your father had always tried to accomplish, but never did.
Where are the others? What did you do to them?
Put to sleep. Don't worry, I didn't kill them.
If you...
I did not kill them. As defilers, they will be put to justice.
Серьезно?
It hasn't been done yet.
I don't get it. You did all this only to get access to the essence? To the Archfire?
No. The blood burn had to be stopped. Unlike what you might believe, I do care about the people of Io, just as the All-Father cares about all of his children. So I stopped it, as Aenir ordered me to. But he also told me something else, that purifying the world, freeing it from defilers, and making people see their sins is only the first step. The second one requires power, a lot of it.
Why?
It's called the opening of the gates. A rift, a portal, one through which
врата,
Aenir can
портал,
step back
демоническая хрень, блин.
And this is what he chose me for, his most loyal servant. He needed the Archfire's power, and he knew the pariah and his mother were the key.
Give me that amulet now, or I'll take it from your dead body.
No, I will not. Your mother is what we should all be, a tool of the All-Father. Either way, there's no point in explaining. Your role in this ends here. Once again, I am truly sorry. But the All-Father's visions were clear. The pariah needs to die.
Господи, я сейчас надо с ним сражаться, но я надеюсь, я его сейчас завалю.
But I helped you for heck's sake. I'm the only reason you're here.
I know you are, but it's the All-Father's will. Just try to see it as the honor it is. Many of my scions would have given a lot to play such a pivotal role in Aenir's return. You will die, here and now.
Bring it,
I'd love to see you try.
You will.
Yes.
Да, только каким макаром его завалить, с учетом его хилов, я не представляю.
Whatever's necessary.
Грибай. Ну, я не знаю, я на самом деле, я выпью зелье, когда буду на полухипах. Домогаю ему вроде нашу нормально, но он сволочь хилиться может. Ну, он не так хорошо хилится, с другой стороны. Да, это самый скучный бой, который я видел в этой игре.
Why do you resist? It's pointless.
Ну, потому что ты охренел, чувак.
I can't focus.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Это грустно, надо побегать сейчас.
Understood.
Только попробуй нацелить меня, да? Попробуй выцелить. 7 минут побегать. 7 минут побегать.
Understood. Will do.
Опа, хрен. Да, for fuck's sake. Отлично, вода.
They will fall.
Они падут.
I can't focus.
Так, у меня есть хоть один шар исцеления еще. Я могу нажать Alt, чтобы затормозить процесс? О, нет, шар отравы.
Damn it! I need healing. Got it. Will do.
Чувак, что происходит? Союзник сейчас проснулся.
Please,
Aenir will honor your sacred...
What the?
You won't.
О, прикольно.
What?
Уи! Может, она вернется в свое тело после этого? Меня в Муландир перекинуло?
Ellen's reins. Hey, quick, over here. Yes, just like that. Stay with us, Corporal. Stay with us.
What's the matter?
О, Господи,
What happened?
что за перегрузка
Tahar's
с ней?
awake.
Lord Marshal Arendir? What in blazes are you doing here?
It's a long story,
Да, Арандир, охренеть.
but I'm here as an ally.
Yes, and there will be plenty of time for the lengthy explanations later. First, I want to know how you're feeling, Tahar.
Так.
Sorry to say it like this, but you look like shit.
Кто ты такой? Выглядишь как говно. Зашибись. Ну, говёно точнее.
Charming as always. But I'm fine. Just dizzy. What happened? I just remember Lacane and my mother.
Your mother? You mean the Shaper?
Yes, it's hard to explain. She was in some kind of stasis when my father found her, and my father used her for his experiments. I don't know how to say this, but the bloodburn, it was her doing. When my father died, she tried to call out to me by telepathy. It's what caused the plague.
All right, I think her head wound is worse than we thought.
It's the truth, Iria. And Lacane didn't only want me to stop the bloodburn. He needed me to lead him to my mother, so we could use her as a source of the archfire.
Well, that's a lot to take in, I guess. But why your mother? You're speaking
Метафора.
metaphorically, right?
I'm not. She's my mother.
All right. Start over from the beginning. What happened?
Я сейчас надеюсь затемниться, и они типа, да, отлично. Самый правильный ход.
I'm sorry, but that sounds absurd. Utterly absurd.
Ну, сорян,
Well, I
нет.
doubt she's
Ну,
lying,
так нет.
King Regent. And actually, it
Hero
makes
Regent,
sense.
да.
It explains a lot, for example, why she could activate the portals, enter Mullandira, and why she had this vision. Though I have to admit, it's not what I expected from our little trip to the Eye. Not at all.
Да, согласен.
Speaking of which,
Вас-то кто вытащил?
how did we get out of that dungeon?
Well, as you know, I was unconscious too, so I can only tell you what the soldiers told me. But after that explosion, it was as if the skies had started raining fire.
Вау.
Lacane's soldiers panicked and rushed into the dungeon to
А
save
чё,
them.
он же в данжене был,
It must
ему
have
было не
also alarmed our
страшно.
troops who were waiting at the borders. They marched in and used the confusion to get us out too. I mean, at the time, the Purity still thought we were allies and vice versa. In other words, we got lucky.
Apparently. But why in blazes are you here, Lord Marshal?
Да, реально, какого
And how
хрена
long was I
Лорд
out
всё
for?
припёрся?
It's just anger now. I think we've moved past the titles. And to answer your
5
question,
недель?
you were out for 5
Fucking
weeks.
hell.
5 weeks?
Yes. To be honest, if your vital signs hadn't remained steady, we would have assumed you were dead.
Which leads us to your mother. You mentioned something about Lacane banishing her into some kind of amulet?
Yes. He somehow absorbed her spirit to gain access to the archfire. That's what my father had always tried, and why he created me in the first place.
And I assume, by archfire, you're talking about some extremely powerful source of magic.
The source of all magic.
Источник всей магии.
Yes.
So the theories are true. Well, at least now we have an explanation.
An explanation of what?
Well, the Harbinger has gone rampant.
Вау.
Briefly put, the Purity of Light has taken over almost all of Leonida. The Eye, Greyfell, Greykeep, everything.
Цитадель, охренеть. А где королева?
What about the Queen? Is she...
She's alive. The Harbinger knows he can't kill her. Because if he does and word gets out, then he might lose the common folks' support. According to our spies, the Queen's Guard and the Purity have struck some kind of bargain.
Wait, the Purity controls the keep, and the Queen's Guard just plays along?
Yes, it sounds absurd, I know. But the Queen's Guard first responsibility lies with the safety of the Queen. Whatever is necessary to protect her, they do it. Though I doubt Lekain's long-term plan sees the Queen at his side, which is just another reason to hurry.
Grey Keep? How is that possible?
They were already in the keep when Lekain gave the order, and we simply didn't expect it. It wasn't even a fight.
По факту волчью стражу все выпилили, да?
I know what you're about to say. That it's my fault, because I tolerated the Purity in the first place. And
такое ощущение, что Лekain пытается сделать то же самое, что Тахар, просто он на более выгодной позиции начал.
And he's wielding the power of the Archfire?
Some incredibly powerful form of magic, yes. And it adds up.
Там, прошу прощения за ДНДшный разговор, он там вишут, что ли, налево-направо?
But why? Why start a war against all of Northander?
To prepare Io for the arrival of Aeonir. You remember that nonsense his priests always preach? How we're the reason that Aeonir left us?
Yes. That's the reason they want to clear the world of sin and mages. Of defilers.
Well, it seems that they've spiced up their idea a little since it was taking too long. It's not just mages they kill anymore, but everybody who doesn't convert to their religion. Soldiers, women, men. They all get to choose. Join the Purity and accept the light, or be killed on the spot.
What?
Shit. Words of wisdom.
Да, shit.
Your recovery couldn't be more timely.
Да, действительно мудрые слова.
What about the charges? Do you still consider me a traitor?
Is that still important?
Ну, вообще да.
It is to me.
That's very honorable of you, Tahar. Given the recent events, your sentence has been
Обвинения
lifted.
сняты, отлично.
You are pardoned. And if that is your wish, you can be reinstated as a corporal of the Northander Army.
Я хочу генеральское звание.
All I can offer.
So you acknowledge that your verdict was a mistake?
I don't think this is something we should discuss now. We can talk about it later. Do you accept my offer?
Come on, чувак.
That would mean a lot.
Good. However, we cannot make this official until Greykeep is reclaimed.
How did you even get here?
Later, Tahar. I'll tell you all you want to know, but not now.
For what it's worth, the encounter with my mother also changed something in me.
А билки новые?
Different.
Elaborate.
Well, when I awoke my mother, it did something to me.
Разбудила.
She called this the melding.
Less fancy words, please. What did it do?
Well, I think it allows me to control a part of the Archfire too. Just like the Harbinger does.
Finally, some good news.
Indeed. Anything that can help us battle Lekain will help. But whatever it is, I doubt it will allow us to stop Lekain with a thought alone. Or will it?
No.
Вряд ли.
I'm still trying to figure out what exactly it changed.
I see.
Since you saved me from the dungeon, what about my mother's body? Is she...
She's here in the Nexus. We saved her, but she seems to be in some kind of a coma. For a while we thought it was the same as your condition, but now that you've told us the full story, it makes sense. Her body is still functioning, but Lekain has stolen her spirit.
One more reason to stop him.
I was hoping you'd say that. Maybe we'll even get our chance sooner than expected. Lekain is marching towards us as we speak.
Что, подожди, сюда сейчас атака будет?
He knows where we are, and he's planning an attack on the city. He might arrive today or tomorrow, but soon, which is
И
why
сейчас эта атака и произойдет. Yep. Ну или заметили его разведчики.
Lord Marshal.
Speaking of Nor.
The Purity. They are here, as you said. What are your orders, sir?
Put up defenses all around the perimeter and protect the
Nexus
at all cost. How many are they?
Hundreds, sir. And House Utran is supporting them too. Your sister is leading them.
Myra?
I'm afraid so.
Wait, you're saying that House Utron is working for the Purity of Light now? And they're led by Lady Myra Utron?
As I said, yes. It could be anything, though.
Я очень мало представляю, о ком речь это вообще идет, но
And make sure that she does not get harmed. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Мне кажется, сестренка там не самая
There
добрая.
needs to be an explanation for this. Either way, we need to fend them off. Tahar, are you able to fight?
Только, пожалуйста, оденьте на меня броню обратно
Yes.
автоматически.
Then you're
Ага,
back in
вот, спасибо.
charge.
Я даже не знал, что это произойдет. Здесь специализация архипламя. Можно улучшить до 3-го уровня силы. Это откроет такие способности. Залп, империйский арбалет. Вау! И... Мастер льда, хрен с ним. Белая магия. Катарсис, урон и немота. Немедленное воскрешение во время действия. И трупы становятся маяками. О, господи. И черная магия. Нечестивый тотем. Жертву часть вашего здоровья, чтобы призвать слабую пожирательницу. И слабость на врагов. Лидерство. Создание дерева. Прикольно. Создание камней. Создание еды. Фак. Вот честно мне хочется это взять, но... Наверное, я выберу эту специализацию все-таки. Прикольно. Прикольно. У меня еще одно очко появилось как раз. Ну давайте я как раз, собственно, залп этот самый сделаю. А, говорите, стоп. А, еще будет... Еще будет больше, да? Блин, прикольно. Не, империйский арбалет мне интереснее. И давайте я силу воли подкачаю. Применить. Покиньте Nexus, поговорите с Ангаром и Ирией. Или просто с ними покинуть Nexus. Ну, покинуть Nexus не так сложно. Еще музычка такая. Пам-пам-пам! Сейчас мне скажут партию собирать, я так понимаю. Мне интересно, что этот воитель умеет делать. Но, конечно, Дворф и Ирия, наверное, останутся в пати. Несокрушимый город в долине Вечного Лета. Давай. Загружайся. Мне нравится, типа, тот, кто найдет Муландира, останется в истории навсегда. Ну, мы не знали имя Тахар в этом, господи, в первой и второй части, но мы знали кого-то из ее сподвижников. Кажется, как раз Рохана, или, я не знаю, не уверен. Роуэна. Кто-то, связанный с первыми частями, здесь точно есть.
Blazes. Battle noises.
Битвы.
They're already inside.
They are. Come. Let's go get an overview.
Пойдем. Угу, мне не дали заассемблить пати.
Ellen's reigns. This doesn't look good.
Tahar, you're awake.
She
Да,
is.
привет, Иоанна.
And she's got some interesting stories to tell.
Но
But
не
they'll have to
сейчас.
wait. Where are Iskram and Gore?
I don't know. They weren't in the Nexus when the fight broke out. I'd say they've taken matters into their own hands.
What are your orders, Tahar? This doesn't look good.
We have to seal the entrances. If they breach either one of them, we're done with.
Then we need to split up. I'll get some of my men and make a stand in the southwest.
Then I'll take over the northwest. That's the hardest one for them to reach, so chances are they still haven't made it.
Then we'll help you.
Good. Tahar, if what that scout said is true, and House Utron is really part of this attack, don't harm her. I know my sister, and this does not make any sense at all. There must be a reason for all of this.
I'll do my best. Good luck. We'll come to your help once the other entrances are secured.
Do that. Nihalth, guide your sword, Tahar.
Спасибо, чувак. Это не та пати, которую я хотел. Нет, такое грешником. Так, ладно. Давайте я возьму вот эту штуку. Так, Иоанну я не особо хотел на самом деле прокачивать. Так, Рохину... Что-нибудь такое. И вот так вот. Так, защитите северный вход. Я пока что путаюсь. Народ, идите сюда. А, нет, стоп, вот идите сюда. Так, вот одна точка, да, в которой я, если честно, такое ощущение, что никогда нахрен не был. Так. Божий камень. Да не, нафиг. Пока что божий камень. Побежали в эту точку, которую я никогда не видел раньше. Я честно, я либо здесь не эксплорировал, либо карта не раскрывалась до этого момента.
Fine.
Ну давайте поговорим с Гором, поможем ему.
I am ready.
Там у девочки еще сейчас прокачка какая-то. Давайте да, живы, все хорошо.
Blazes, it is you. Last time I saw you, you were lying on that stone bed like a bloody corpse.
That's about how I felt when I woke up. What's the situation? I don't see any purity men around here.
No, not purity, but someone else. According to my scout, they're gathering their forces down that valley. My gut tells me they're waiting for reinforcements.
If it's not the purity, who are we dealing with? Another one of the royal houses?
No, I don't think so. To me, they look like bandits.
Бандиты. А, это очень похоже на тех наемников.
And the man my K-Ran hunter took down had the purity symbol tattooed right across his forehead.
The Bane. The ones who massacred the Northander outpost in Leafshade.
Huh. Yeah, that fits.
Damn it. What's the plan then?
Now that you're here, I say you move out and crush them. We'll hold our position and cover your backs.
Simple enough. All right then. Move out.
What do you?
Мне бы армию. И назад. Опа. Вот теперь можно долбать. Так, Тахар, я хочу посмотреть в книге заклинаний у тебя кое-что. Мне нужно, чтобы урам своего дьявола этого взял. А Тахар вместо меткого стрелка взяла этот арбалет гребаный. Где он там у нас? Вот он, империйский арбалет. Окей. Так, я типа их отбросил таким образом, да?
Prepare yourselves.
И тащим их к бойцам. Окей, слушайте, они какие-то эти вообще ложки на самом деле. Этот загипнотизировал и погиб. Так, теперь мы хотим поставить сюда империйский арбалет. Мы хотим призвать дьявола.
Yes.
Пацаны!
I understand.
С ней говорить надо.
The fabled pariah. Interesting. I thought you were dead.
Let's just get it over with, shall we?
My words exactly.
They won't stand a chance.
Так, а как там сбивать каст? Не знаю, ладно, я арбалет поставлю.
I'm injured.
Killed one of our heroes.
Get up, will you?
Пей зелье. Пока что эту хрень. Это что, дьявола нашего говорили? Да стоп тебя! Почему она так часто умирает?
Get up, will you? Shit. Really? Help me for heck's sake.
Так, ладно, Тахар.
Come on. Don't die on us now.
Shit. Corporal. Help me for heck's sake.
Так, Corporal, пей. Ты дьявол поклонник. Стоп тебя, а? Честно, задолбало. Отступаем к нашим бойцам. И у ближайшего камушка воскрешаем наших товарищей. Сейчас посмотрим, как с другой стороны это можно обойти. Мне не нравится такая магия. Ну, что поделать, пацаны, придется вам так вот. Двойники, фантазм. У них очень много различных кнопочек, которые надо нажимать. Я предполагаю, что я все-таки воспользуюсь активной паузой.
Finally.
Anything on your mind?
Так, во-первых, Грохин будет сбивать за заклятие.
That way. All right.
Так, сори, я хотел дьявола призвать сначала.
Got it.
Ну шо, парни, побежали.
Understood. You read my mind.
Так, девочка, отбегай. Поставь цель. Магию. Да, двоих этих. Отбегай. Дьявола поклонник, предвестник смерти. Девочка, нет. Ни хрена не вижу. Ни хрена не вижу. Рокин назад. Вообще, вы пацаны на самом деле, оба назад. Сахар. О, господи, я не дал ей полечиться. Что тебя? Так. Фантазм поставь. Иди нахрен из боя. Она продолжает возвращаться. Так, тоже учись. Так, здесь я могу дьявола еще одну призвать? Давай, призывай. Спать. Назад, пацан.
Really?
Давайте кайтесь.
I am ready. Understood. Of course.
Надо следить за ее хилами. Гипноз.
Killed one of our heroes.
Тебя.
Really? Finally. Blazes, get up, will you? Shit. Help me for heck's sake.
Not bad, Tahar.
Да, что такое?
Not bad.
Вау. Типа посражались?
Any last words?
Yeah. Listen.
О, господи, как вы до хрена?
Go after me and lose your city and your friend, or save them and let me go. Your choice.
Зашибись.
Is there anything you need? She got away.
No time to go after her. We need to secure the entrance.
Дьявола. Я сказал дьявола, проходи, чувак, логистику выполни. Молнию. Хил.
Yes. Fine.
Бегай назад, да, девочка, назад.
Killed one of our heroes.
Yes.
Whatever is necessary.
Yes.
Давай, добивай. Окей, еще одну молнию туда. Вестника смерти.
Sure.
What do you require?
Фантазм, срочно фантазм.
I'm injured. Damn it! I need
И за баррикаду, за баррикаду, за баррикаду. Я сказал за баррикаду, все за баррикаду. Урвины дети! Ага, выбирайся, выбирайся, выбирайся. Там будет с одним хипом вечный гор, и он будет с ними сражаться. Отлично.
Easy.
Will do. I understand. It will be bloody.
Leave it to me.
Так, этих завалили, этих завалили, это все тоже завалим. Господи, как же плохо без Ирии.
I'll make it quick.
Ain't no rest for the wicked.
Now would you
Так,
look at that?
Гора мне можно вместо и девчонки?
I should have seen that.
Their leader got away.
I figured. But it won't be the last time we see her. We secured the entrance. That's what matters.
Было логично,
What
если бы
about
все
the rest of
одновременно
the
все атаки
city?
проходились.
They attacked from all sides at once.
Yes, I know. We'll take care of it. Just hold your
не надо
position for now.
оставаться здесь.
Once all this is over, we'll meet at the Nexus.
Understood. Don't die, Tahar.
I'll do my
Я
best.
не умру. Ну, хотя я достаточно близок к
The
этому.
southwest, the southeast, and the northeastern entrance are still undefended.
Then we need to take care of them.
Замечательно. Дайте мне армии, пожалуйста. Побольше народу, который сможет помесовать немножко. Какого черта я не могу призвать никого из своих пацанов?
Will do.
Торговать тоже вряд ли могу.
I'll do what's required.
Так, ну северо-запад, северо-восток. В северо-востоке кто там? Прорицательница Иона. Онгар. И Изгрим. Понятно. Надо, наверное, партию.
Well,
understood.
Тащить их в задницу к Изгриму. Где Ирия-то? Почему я не могу Ирию взять с собой? Было бы прекрасно, если бы я мог это сделать. С недохиленным народом бегать? Не, ну я могу, конечно, сделать вот так и вот так вот. Но это очень грустно, я не люблю терять. Так, знаете что, пацаны, которые у меня очень любят бегать вблизь? Вам ничего рейнджового дать нельзя? Хотя бы копье дам. 2 меча. Шпага, катана, понятно. Вот упорыш, а. Ну только ближний бой, короче, понятно. У него. А чего ему не хватает на тот же. Вот этот вот лук? Ловкость 6. На это хватает. Возьми лук, чувак. На этот арбалет что нужно? Сила 4, ловкость 2. Силу 4 я ему не сделаю. Я могу ему повысить силу. А вот и Анне силу 4 я тоже не сделаю. А, ну она вот этот лук может носить. Да, все, давайте, все рейнджевики. Как нормальные пацаны.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Stay where you are. These things aren't just here for bugger and blast. You just had to find out for yourself, didn't you?
У Изгрима все в порядке, пацаны.
What the Tahar? Is that you?
I'll explain later. What is the situation?
Что это за хрень реально? Бастионы создателя.
My newest invention. Or, to be more precise, my newly recovered Shaper technology. I call them...
Башни смерти?
Death Towers.
Death Towers?
Yeah. While you were asleep, I did some more research on how the Shapers use the Nexus to defend
Ну,
their
вовремя ты сделал свои исследования, еще
so
могу
they won't
сказать.
hold forever. And my gut tells me the Utrans are up to something. Because I haven't seen Lady Moira yet.
So it's true? House Utran is fighting for the purity?
Yeah, and quite viciously so. In other words, your awakening couldn't be more timely.
What do you suggest?
Well, as you know, I'm not the best at tacticians, but from what I saw, the attacks are currently coordinated by 2 Utran commanders. If we stay here and make sure no one gets through, you could take out those commanders in the meantime.
Ты продолжишь фразу? Пока мы там расстреливаем этих чуваков. Там еще чуваки пришли. Прервали, короче, на бой. Все. Сплэш атаки у башенок, конечно, это годно.
What the...
Так, я уже говорил об этом.
My newest Death Tower?
Давай.
They won't hold forever.
So it's true?
Yeah.
What do you suggest?
Well, as you know, if we stay here and make sure no one gets through.
Got it. I'll come back.
Good. Me half guide your
Понятно,
play,
надо
friend.
взять и... Что, он опять заново сейчас будет говорить, что ли? Стоп. Попробуем поверху пройтись. Здесь мы тоже никогда не были. Я не уверен, что здесь есть проход. Так. Что-то подобное есть. Нет, нельзя. Грустно, придется бить лбешник. Ну ладно, те пацанчики не выглядят особо страшными, но мне танковать некому, с другой стороны. Ну, кроме дьявола. Создаем дьявола. Дьявола онлайн.
Will do. They won't stand a chance.
We'll make short work of them.
Давайте уже завалите двух моря.
Fine.
Я не знаю, сколько это дьявола будет существовать, но явно меньше минуты.
Child play.
Так, окей. Молнию. Арбалет. Дьявол писец. Отступаем. Идите к башням, пацаны. Идите к башням. Блин, если его сейчас завалят, то тогда ему тоже писец.
Finally.
Почему он такой Хармстранг?
Fine.
Так, камушек. Воскрешая Рьяни, и все, это последнее воскрешение на сегодня. Давай. Во, отлично, агри их на башне. Молодец. Да, то, что умерла Тахар, ты, я думаю, в принципе, знаешь, как это работает уже все.
Corporal.
Got it.
Отлично, теперь уже будет попроще. Ему уж хватит концентрации на то, чтобы дьявола призывать. И дьявол на месте. Вилфем скрим. Отлично. Так, шар исцеления. Так, еще одну цепь молнии можно запулить.
You read my mind.
Так, дьявол готов. Сейчас мы с одним командиром разбить. Хил. Нет, все назад, все к башням, Тахар, нет. Не добивайте Тахар, пожалуйста, не добивайте Тахар. Отлично, хотя бы под башней вовремя ушли. Фью! Как сложно с непривычными героями. Так, ладно, хорошо. Давайте поюзаем шар исцеления на Тахар. Они все еще спавнится постоянно. Я могу этого чувака под башню загнать наконец-то? Не, пацан, подожди, пацан.
I'll do what's required.
Господи, еще один отряд. Давайте я дьявола сюда повешу. Ничего не знаю, пусть они атакуют его. Ничего страшного. Побежали. Там на дороге стоит вражеский хмырь. Блин. Так. Окей, один командир готов.
Good. Now let's find the other one.
Ну мы знаем, где второй, он здесь же.
Finally.
Господи, как их здесь все еще до хрена. Отходим.
Fine.
Got it.
Очень странный путь вы выбрали, пацаны. Но нет, здесь происходит бой с миражами. Так много крови! Таунт. Опа.
You read my mind.
Так. Предвестника смерти сейчас повесим. Пришло время дьявола. Да, сейчас сделаем тебе больше маны, чувак. Ну, стойте там, стойте там, стойте там. Ну что ж такое-то, а?
They will fall.
Слушай, та хара грибая, да. Более грибущая.
Yes.
Whatever's necessary.
Сейчас мы этого чувака прикончим, наконец-то. Знаешь, как дела у Ивара? Интересно узнать. Ну, вчера он был на ролевке, но в основном он, понимаешь, живет той же самой старой доброй жизнью. Практически ни хрена не делает. Немножко играет в игры, рисует. Спокойно у него, короче, инертненько. В принципе, как и у меня сейчас. Так. Мы тебя под каким-то другим ником знаем, потому что я, если честно, тебя слабо помню. Если вообще есть что помнить. Типа могу передать ему что-нибудь. О, наконец-то разобрались.
That's Lady Myra Utran. We need to help Iskram.
Вау. Леди Майра Утран. Серьезно. Что за задняя атака и почему башни не работают? О, fuck's sake.
Understood.
Ну-ка назад, ну-ка назад. Майра напала на нас. Давайте мы отвлечем ее. Изгрим там справится, ничего страшного.
Blazes! What's the matter with her? She's acting like a bloody animal.
Ладно, окей.
All right. One more step, slit my throat.
Lady Mira, what?
Shut up!
Tell me one reason I shouldn't kill you.
Let me think. How about the fact that if I die, the Utran lands will fall into chaos and you'll have another civil war at hand? Just what you need right now, isn't it? Not to mention that the poor, precious Lord Marshal would be heartbroken, losing his sister like that.
I hate to say it, but she's right. We cannot let her die.
But I don't understand. Why did you betray the crown? Explain yourself.
Explain yourself? Oh, Tahar, you must understand the situation. You're not in a position to give orders. So here's what's gonna happen. You will let me walk away unharmed. You can have my soldiers, I don't care. But if you make only one wrong move, I will end this by slitting my throat.
Lady Mira, what?
You heard me. So, Tahar, what shall it be?
Башню мочишь, что ли?
You're bluffing.
Try me.
Fine. Get out of here.
A woman of reason. One more thing, though, before I leave.
What?
You will repent. All of you.
Такое представление персонажа пошло.
What? I mean,
what
was that?
I have absolutely no idea. Prepare yourselves.
РП по Анно. Понятно. Ну, окей. Ну, в случае скажу ему, что его помнит.
That is... Wait. I have a theory.
Да, скажи, что его контролирует. Куда вы побежали?
But let's talk about that later. I think this entrance should be safe for now. The Death Towers will make sure of that. But what about the rest of the city?
I'm on it. We'll meet at the Nexus when, if this mess is taken care of. Be on your guard, Iskram.
Of course. Thank you again, Tahar. I'm glad you're back.
There's still 2 entrances we haven't covered yet. Let's hope it's not too late.
So maybe you mean PC, not MC?
Got it.
Really?
Я не совсем до конца понимаю конкретно, что он у меня хочет узнать, что у меня за комп. Честно, я сам слабо представляю, что у меня за комп. Ой, орки. Это злые орки? Да нет, это вроде свои орки. Какие могут быть злые орки, господи? Все орки под нами. Так. Давай, подгребай. Как много территорий я тупо никогда не видел здесь еще. Или они наоборот затемнены мне для, типа, ну не знаю. Выглядит так, как будто я здесь еще никогда не бывал, мне только открыли эту карту.
Sure.
Will do.
Давайте, подгребайте. Еще один камушек. А, фрикинг хелл, это что-то... Куда мы пришли тогда? Какое-то место для обходного маневра, что ли? Мне уже просто тупо интересно стало исследовать эту локацию. Жуть какая. Мы вышли к какому-то оазису. Все. О, бочка. Бочка. Хельм, золото и немножечко мана-поушенов.
Finally.
О, сундук. Вау, еще и камушек. Вау, еще и какая-то хрень. Дайте-ка я на эту хрень злую призову отвлекающую штуку.
I'm injured. A golem. Don't let down your guard.
И теперь дьявола на него надо уронить. Неважно, будет тебе мана. Мне нужен этот сундук, и мне нужен этот гребаный камень. Арбалет, пали. А, на, вот зацепил палец, вот, охренеть. Такой автоматический механизм. Интересно, я могу больше одного призывать? Черт! Я думал, я могу больше одного призывать. Ой-ой-ой-ой. Он делает больно. Сейчас ничего, сейчас мы справимся с ним. Окей, да.
I'm injured.
А, нас дальше до сих пор дамажит. Черт. Так, у нас есть еще шары исцеления? Да. Можно их начать юзать. Окей, здесь ты чё? Вороний клюв, капюшон, зелье. О, зелье здоровья 5 штук, это очень сейчас пригодится. Так, давайте сначала камушек захватим. Потом переместимся как можно ближе к нашим синим друзьям. Да. Только я не уверен, что это самый близкий вариант. А, не, ну, в принципе, это выглядит как самый близкий вариант. Окей. Заходите.
Got it.
That way. All right.
Спускайтесь, двигайтесь к армии. Абсолютно imperfect состав, просто реально. Так меня бесит за них играть. Мне наконец дадут армии порулить нормально и ядрить тяж копытом.
Anything on your mind?
Are you deaf? I said no! That machine will squash you like an insect!
Что за хрень?
Now would you
You're here. Good. I assume that means the Northwest is secured.
It is. How about you?
Well, we managed to fend off their first attack. They aren't purity, though.
Это неправильно. Что за хрень?
They don't have a banner, so they could be about anyone. Thing is, they've put up a siege weapon of sorts right up that hill, which prevents us from retaliating.
What kind of weapon?
I don't know. It looks like some kind of catapult, but it seems to be magic fuel and throws fireballs which cause massive damage. We're out of reach, but the moment we move against their camp, it'll decimate us within seconds.
Whereas if you attack that machine directly, the mercenaries themselves will fall into your backs.
Or swarm right into the city, yes. We weren't enough to split up, but now we are. Good timing, in other words.
So you want us to destroy that weapon?
Yes. The moment it is down, we'll go for their strong point.
Палачи. Окей.
Understood. Let's get this done. Understood.
Гребаное оружие, я сейчас офигею его мочить же 100 пудов. Я еще хрен знает, как к нему подобраться. Может, через тот камень не надо? Нет, надо, походу, здесь забираться. А где сами наемники-то? Где защита для этого орудия? Ох ты ж, твою же медь! И демона, пожалуйста, демона. Прямо сейчас. Было бы хорошо, прямо сейчас. Отлично. Отходим.
Then we should join Angar. He'll need help with his attack.
Окей. Ждем, пока они подойдут. Эльфийский защитник. Это эльфы. Эльфийский маг зимы. Орочий барабанщик. А, ну нет, понятно. Здесь полный набор веселухи творится. Дьявол вовремя навернулся. Ага, тут слева еще фонари. Ну, по крайней мере, у нас теперь заслончик есть. Это уже неплохо. На нас бросили все, что только можно, но пьюрити никак я не видел еще нигде. Прям напрямую. Я видел только тот дом этих наемников. Господи. Тех других наемных фанатиков. А кто такой? А, командир Катрас! Так это ж... Это же палачи, это же чуваки, которые были в одной из наших миссий, которые с темным эльфом и всеми такими чуваками. Чтобы его завалить, нужно много сил. Сейчас всю армию положит, зашибись. Давай. Я поставлю одно орудие. Я сказал, поставлю нас. Таха. Давай, короче, тепла. Еще и Тардит Сагра. Какие-то мультиатаки пошли веселые. Че, ты убегаешь, что ли, тоже?
Blazes. This is Commander
Blazes, Tahar. Now I know why Lacane wants you dead. You really know how to fight.
Ты перейдешь на мою сторону?
Why, Catras? Why side with the Harbinger?
Blazes, you do like your dramatic lines, don't
Бабла
you?
заплатили.
Look, this isn't personal.
Он
Lacane and his
взял
fanatics
штурм
took
Муландира,
down my
вау.
camp and gave me a choice. Repent and accept the light, or have some stern-faced priest ram a bloody pike up my arse. So, unless you have some odd fantasies that I don't want to know about, don't tell me you wouldn't have done the same.
Не, ну окей, логично.
You have a point.
Of course I do, Tahar.
Any last words?
I hate to disappoint, but we're not quite there yet, friend. Goodbye, Tahar. Too bad we couldn't be on the same side this time.
What the?
The teleport rune. Wise choice.
Let's get back to Angar.
Yes.
Они все приходят и все убегают. Они все приходят и они все убегают. Fucking hell.
At least we secured the entrance. That's what matters. What about the rest of the city? Are we safe?
Not yet. Hold your position for now. We'll meet at the Nexus once all this is over.
Understood. Tiara's blessings, Tahar.
Да, окей.
As you want. Almost through. Just one more.
Остался один вход, да. Я согласен с Рохином на тему того, что надо поспешить, тем более, что у нас в этот вход нету прямого доступа, я смотрю. Поэтому мы будем идти какими-то странными закутками, которыми я, если честно, сам бы не догадался идти, если бы я не протыкал в конечную цель. Кстати, Рафомом, есть большая вероятность, что в апреле мы вместе с моим другим другом Пиросом, по крайней мере, он изъявил желание, что довольно редко для него, будем играть в Анно 1800. Но, к сожалению, без особо таких жестких роликов и так далее. Так, народ, я же вас не сюда послал.
Yes.
А, окей, Тахар одна туда побежала, я понял.
Will do. Yes.
Бегите, бегите, пацаны, пеките блинцы. Насчет блинцов, мне заказали 60 блинцов испечь. Так что ночка у меня будет веселой. Так, ну ладно, хотя бы Тахар сейчас туда добежит, что там будет? Здесь камень есть.
What do we need?
Это вход. Это вход. Это основной вход в Муландир. Здесь у нас стоит Ирия, и здесь стоит прорицательница Леон. Остальные бегут, да? Бегут. Медленно, но бегут. Так, давайте поговорим с прорицательницей.
You're awake.
А где мой главнаемник?
So they've already breached the outer walls.
They will soon. That masked thing on the other side.
Ну, это, походу, сам предвестник.
But he's draining me.
Drain.
Да. Это явно Ликаин.
Iria!
А может и не Ликаин, может вообще какие-то левые хмури. Ой, барьер упал.
Blazes, what kind of magic is that? Ready yourself, Tahar.
Так. Тахар назад. О, Дьябло.
You read my mind.
Молнии. Мана. Больше жести, говорю. Так. Ты огреби там, не знаю. Пикинеры. Ну это окей, про пикинеров я много чего знаю. Жрецы в маске, вот это что-то новое. Знаете, Ирия стоит-то в итоге, она покоцана стоит. Господи, чуваки, вы не хотите это делать. Видите, вот. Более вкусная цель есть. Я не знаю, что, если честно, делать, когда мне разносят. Так, арбалет мочите. Сейчас я вам еще одну приколовку кину. Еще одну молнию у вас запилю.
Not the real one.
Да что ж такое? Серьезно? Еще одна иллюзия. А какого хрена эти стоят-то и не чешутся? Они никто не реальный был.
Ellen's reigns. What happened?
The barrier gave up.
Blazes. For someone who just came back from the dead, you're in good shape.
С собой мать не сделала, походу, работает.
What about that masked fellow? Where is he?
We've taken care of him. At least for now. Are you injured?
Сейчас будет какой-то босс-файт грёбаный, наверное.
Just a scratch. Seems like Scryer Elion got the worst of it.
Can you take care of her? We have to make sure the other entrances are safe.
Yes. I'll get her to the Nexus as quick as possible. Be careful, Corporal. I have a feeling that masked priest wasn't Lycane's only ace up the sleeve.
Probably not. Stay safe, Iria.
I'll be swift.
Так, окей, хорошо.
So many casualties. I just don't understand. We just ended one war, and now the Harbinger starts another?
Human nature, Tahar.
Вы тоже в маске, кстати.
People need an enemy. Peace is always fleeting.
Do you really think so?
I do.
Блин. Кидает отряд.
What do you mean? She was possessed. This doesn't make any sense.
I'm afraid it does. But again, I have a theory.
Ну вот Тахар
Let's
пришла.
wait for Tahar.
There you are. I've assigned troops to guard the entrances and double the defenses. If the Harbinger ever strikes again, we'll be prepared.
Скорее всего, ударит. Ну.
Well, just remember I'm the one in charge here, Arendir.
I do. But that won't stop me from doing what I deem necessary to make sure
Не,
that
я
men
абсолютно
doesn't
согласен с
overrun
Мерми.
us like amateurs. Right now, this city is one of the last fortresses that stand between the purity and their genocide. Anyway, there are more important things we need to discuss now.
For starters, what, by the Guardians, happened to my sister?
That's a damn good question.
Ну да.
Iskram, you said that you have a theory.
Well, yeah, I do. The rune. While you were asleep, I tinkered with it a little.
You think the rune has to do with this?
A rune. But it's probably best if I show you. Follow me, Tahar.
I'm coming too.
All right, let's see. Turn around.
What?
Breath.
Чё за руна контроля нафиг?
Step forward. So, you get the idea.
Mind control.
Yeah. There are still some critical problems with it, and what I've done is far from what the Harbinger did with Lady Moira. But, Tahar, this rune has so much potential. If you thought what it does with the Godstones was fascinating, it's just the beginning. The Shapers, the Khazarlanthep, they knew their full potential. And this is the reason they were so powerful. Do you see it now?
Have you lost your bloody mind? Stop that! Whatever it is! Stop it now!
What?
Stop it for fuck's sake!
Не,
Fine.
ну это реально стрёмно.
Go and take a nap.
Unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
So you actually possessed those men?
No, I mean, yeah, the rune did. Look, Tahar, I know that I was maybe a bit too enthusiastic here, but can't you see the potential? Those soldiers, they do anything you command them to, without batting an eyelid.
They still look hypnotized. Are they free now?
Yeah. It may take a while to recover, but tomorrow they won't remember anything. So it's not that bad. Who knows? Maybe they would have died in the fight if they hadn't been under my control.
And you think that the Harbinger controls Lady Mira, right?
Yes. And in an extraordinarily powerful way, if I may say so.
In other words, we need to find a way to break that possession. Right now, House Uhtred is under the Harbinger's control.
Madness.
Madness. Whatever it is, let's tend to the wounded first. We'll discuss everything else in the Nexus.
Yes. Let's do that.
Сейчас будет спор по поводу того, что можно контролировать людей при помощи магии или нет. И мне кажется, что я возьму сторону изгрима.
Let's catch our breath first. Angar, I'll talk to you when I'm ready to discuss the next steps.
Good. I'll be waiting.
Окей. Так, давайте с Гором начнем.
Tahar. Never mind.
Something on your mind?
Well, maybe. Remember when you asked me about Rain? The other gifted shaman from my tribe.
Yeah? What about it?
I want to talk about it. I'm not supposed to, but...
О, господи, там кто-то серьезный, да?
I trust you, Tahar. And I've kept silent about this for far too long. Zarek's fangs, this is so silly. I feel like a damn child.
Да нет, все нормально с тобой, чувак.
Right. Where do I start?
Не, усадка миньонов. Голоса не поменялись. У руля сегодня Тейвил. У меня раньше был канал под названием Телосица. Мрак и Люк сегодня, кстати, не на страже.
That wasn't true. 5 years after I entered disciplehood, another orc was accepted by my elder. A female named Rain.
Женщина.
She was 2 years younger than me.
I thought only male orcs can be gifted.
No. It's just that for female orcs, it's even rarer to have magic. Which is why there are close to no female shamans.
How did you get along?
Well, at first, I was a complete dick to her. I was jealous and feared for my position. However, she never took offense by it. She fired back at me when I got childish, but at the same time never lowered herself to my level. As the years went by, we became friends. And no, there was no courting or mating involved, if that's what you're thinking. She was more like a sister to me, and one who, unlike my true kin, understood me. Those years in the Orcish steppes, they were special. We spent days, weeks out in the wild, doing whatever our elder tasked us with. And though it was hard,
Мне кажется, что сейчас это не совсем вовремя, на самом
деле. We just had this connection between us, this trust.
Ну, что произошло?
Something happened. Am I right?
Yeah, the trial did.
Им нужно было сразиться друг с другом.
Sent us both at the same time, which was unusual. But of course I was relieved. There was plenty of talk about the Iron Trial, and I was scared.
What did you know
Я
about
так
the
понимаю,
trial?
что им пришлось сражаться.
Shamans are forbidden to talk about it. But
Половина
it
из
was
тех, кто
known
решил
that only
пройти.
half of those who take it return at all.
How did Rain feel about it?
Same as I. Believe me, Tahar,
Ну да.
only a fool would have entered into the trial with a smug
Было
smile
что-то
on his
страшное.
face.
So, what happened?
We, Zarek's fangs. I can't believe I'm telling you this. I'm breaking my oath.
Чувак, мне как бы... Ну,
Don't do anything you'd regret later.
I won't. We weren't told much about the trial. Only that we'd have to venture to a
пещеру законного Григория.
cave far up in Barga Gore. They also didn't tell us how to get there. Only that Zarek would guide us.
Через пещеру
And he
пройти на
did.
вершину горы вроде
After
не
a
так
week of
страшно.
traveling, we found it. It was a strange place, Tahar. I saw that right from the beginning.
Чья-то пасть была,
The
что ли?
entrance looked like a mouth.
Это был
The
дракон,
rocks
да?
surrounding it like the bones of an old, forgotten beast. And the stalagmites like hundreds of teeth. But of course, we went in. We had to.
What did you find?
A giant hall. It was as mesmerizing as it was unsettling.
Были...
There were
фрески
murals
барельефы,
and carvings
глифы.
all over the cave walls.
Ну, это что-то
Old
шейперское явно.
glyphs that I'd never seen before.
Shaper glyphs, maybe?
No,
Ну, я... нет.
not Shaper. They looked as if the Guardians themselves had carved them into the rock.
Interesting. What else was there?
Nothing. That's what baffled me. Apart from those murals,
Очень
the
гладкий,
hall
словно
was
из
completely
полированного камня. Это
empty.
язык чей-то, я с тобой. Хотя язык
For
гладкий, это
some
странно.
reason, the ground in that hall was completely smooth, like polished stone. There were braziers, one in each corner of the hall, and they were burning brightly. Rain was as confused as I was. But, nonetheless, we entered the hall. And that's when the trouble
Это какой-нибудь
began.
старый тролль?
Because all of a sudden, the exit was gone. No magical noise, nothing.
Еще одна стена
Just
вместо
in
входа. Ну,
that
блин,
moment
пасть
when we
закрылась.
looked the wrong direction, it disappeared. And instead of it, we were looking at another wall.
Окей.
Strange. What did you do?
Well, after we calmed down a little, we assessed our situation. We figured that this was the Iron Trial, and that it was our task to find another exit. So we started looking. But it was pointless. There was nothing. We couldn't even hear the wind anymore. For the next 14 days we were trapped.
Охренеть.
We couldn't make that wall disappear, and no matter how long we studied the glyphs, how long we prayed, nothing happened. On the 5th day, our provisions had come to an end.
Им пришлось
Save for
сожрать
half
друг
a
друга,
skin of
что ли?
water and a handful of jerky. On the 8th day, it was all gone.
Blazes. How did you survive?
I'm getting there. As you
Ну,
can
жажда
imagine,
понятна, это
thirst
точно.
was the worst. It drove us mad, and we searched every corner of that goddamn hall for just a drop of water. Not that we hadn't looked before, but as you know, hope dies last. Have you ever had thirst, Tahar? Real
Я
thirst?
испытывал настоящую жажду. Ну, давайте скажем, что
Yes.
Захар тоже.
Then you know what it feels like. On the 11th day, Rain and I were puking our guts out. Our skin had literally started to
Я не
crack.
настолько испытывал, но
I
близко.
felt as if I was burning from within. On the 12th day, we were only an inch from death. That's when the dream came.
A dream?
Yes, a shared
Общий сон,
dream.
вау.
Almost like a vision. We were still
Они
in that
научились,
hall,
собственно,
Rain and I. We
извлекаться.
were out of our bodies, floating like spirits. At first I thought we had died, then I saw what was different. The floor was full of blood, and that blood was burning. The murals and glyphs had started moving, twisting, like shadows dancing on a wall. That's when I first understood what they were depicting. For some reason in the real world, I'd never been able to.
What did they depict?
It showed what was expected from us, what we had to do to get out. Sorry, this isn't easy. I've dreamed about those weeks ever since, but telling someone, it feels bizarre.
If this is too hard for you, we can stop.
Nonsense. I started so I might as well finish. Zarek demanded a fight. Either one of us died by the hands of the other, or we would die there together. The Iron Trial. We were never both meant to pass.
Ну я ожидал
что-то подобного. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have surprised me either. But
ну
for
просто
some
ты подружился с этой
шаманкой. I don't know. He had known Tahar, our elder, our master. He had known that it would come to this. Yet he still decided to send the two of us out at once.
So you fought each other?
Конечно.
No. Trial or not, I would have rather died than done that. And that's precisely what I told Rain.
Бог, который требует от мужчины убийства сестры, это Бог, который не заслуживает поклонения. Это хорошая идея.
But Rain wouldn't have it. She claimed that if both of us died, both of our lives would be wasted for nothing.
И она предложила свою жертву.
And asked her if she meant that she wanted to fight me. She said no.
I don't understand.
She wanted me to kill her. She told me that she was already too weak to make it down the mountain anyway, but that I could still make it. Believe me, Tahar, if there had been any strength left in me, I would have punched her just for suggesting it.
Did you ever consider sacrificing yourself?
No. I know it makes me sound like a coward, and maybe that was part of the reason why I didn't. But the sane part of my mind still believed that there had to be another way.
Здесь 100 пудов есть тема, то, что типа боги, в которых вы верите, не то, на что, чем они на самом деле являются.
Maybe wasn't Zarek's after all.
And yet you're here.
I am.
Понятно, она
I should have known before she even did it. She always had to have it her way, no matter the price. It happened when I was asleep. She took my dagger from its sheath, put it into my hand, and drove it through her throat without hesitation. When I opened my eyes, her blood was already all over my face. And as if Zarek all along, the wall disappeared. No noise. Just like that.
Мне кажется, не сейчас с ним надо говорить, было совсем
outside. The first time in months. I'd like to think that she saw it before she died.
Did you make the descent?
I did. There were berries in a mountain goat that had been hit by a rock slide right next to the exit. It was so absurd I almost had to laugh. When I got back to the elder's shack, I screamed at him, then broke down and started to cry. In the end, he told me that we had both known what had been at stake. Yet we agreed. Choice and consequence. He made me a shaman the next day.
Понятное дело.
I see.
There's one more thing. Remember when you asked me why I feel the way? It's Rain who made me realize that. Most orcs would have fought each other in that cave, to the death. But she didn't. Instead of submitting to her primal instincts, she made a sacrifice. One that I could have made too, if I hadn't been such a coward. Blazes, it feels strange to have told you all this. But, I don't regret it.
Well, thanks for trusting me with this.
Окей, ну нам, я думаю, нужно поговорить с кем-то другим сейчас и быть точнее, хотелось бы все-таки навестить тело матери. Но куда они его положили, непонятно. Так, здесь у нас пока что только вот в атаку, типа, поговорить с ангаром. А тело матери случаем не у Ирии? Нет, не у Ирии. Но это она здесь, как минимум. Что-то кажется, что тело матери все-таки закинут в этот... в глубокий Нексус. Ну, понятно, со всеми поговорить, с Андегастом, с Ирией. С Ирией я с удовольствием поговорю в следующий раз. Да, мрак бывает. Привет. Ну, что я тебе могу сказать, мрак? У Тахара в подземелье была женщина-шейпер, которая оказалась матерью Тахар. И, грубо говоря, Тахар не то чтобы рожденная, она более созданная Исаму. И что самое жесть, то, что этот наш фанатик, предвестник, короче, Папа Римский, выступил против нас, убил мать, заковал ее в какой-то амулет, забрал шейперские силы и атаковал Муландир только что. Но мы его отбили. А еще самое смешное, в 4 часа я проверял, будут ли у меня дропы на своем этом, ну, типа в свой канал. Не было дропов, а сейчас они снова появились. Что за бред? Ну, а что поделать?
I just found out that my mother is a shaper and that she's alive. And now Rondra Lacane took her. How do you think I feel?
Шейпер, и она жива.
Sorry, that was probably a stupid question to ask. It's a tragedy. The purity on the loose, with the power of the Archfire in the Harbinger's hands. Who could have seen that coming? For what it's worth, I'm sorry I had to go through this. I truly am.
Я не понимаю реально, почему так. В 4 часа все было чисто, в 6 часов, в 7 часов становится опять жесть.
Be that as it may, all that matters now is that we stop him. What about you, Iskram? I doubt whatever bargain you struck with the cane still stands. You're still here, so I guess you aren't planning on leaving.
Me? No, of course not. Where would I go, Tahar? There's no way of knowing what the Purity would do if they caught me. They wanted to kill you, so maybe Lacane doesn't want to leave any witnesses. Not to mention that we're still in the ancient Shaper city, full of marvels waiting to be discovered.
Ну да, чувак, согласен.
Well, I'm glad you're able to see it that way.
A frown hasn't helped anyone yet, has it? There's one more thing I wanted to ask you.
Что-то он там про мою мать знает.
About Andra.
Давай потом.
Iskram, not now, please.
All right, I'm sorry. I know I can be a bit tactless. Let's talk later.
Окей, ну есть возможность, что я это сделаю. Ну, посмотрим. Я не знаю, как это объяснять просто. Как бы. Посмотрим, ладно, разберемся. Так, ладно, валим из Муландира. Точнее, валим из Нексуса. Я не знаю, куда положили тело матери, реально. Где-то, наверное, на улице. Я не знаю, давайте посмотрим на улице. Точно в этой комнате его нету? Да не видно. Ну, окей, хороший вариант мрака. Я им воспользуюсь, я думаю. Господи, у меня тут еще свет мигать начал. Что за бред?
Got it.
Сохранится, что ли, пока не это. Никакая жесть не началась. Опять мигает свет. Что происходит? Так. Поговорить с Ирией. А где ну, тело в Нексусе? Вот это вот Нексус. По идее, да? Это же Нексус. Тут с Рохином, тут с Нгастом, тут с Ианной. Нет, с ними я говорить не хочу. Куда же они тело-то запрятали в факсейке? Почему они не поставили метку? Или я что-то не видел, или оно там было, где Изгрим.
Understood.
По логике его должны были положить там, где Изгрим сидит. Вообще непонятно. Давайте журнал откроем. Вспомним только, как это делать. В атаку. Ну, можно выполнить здесь, это понятно. Ну, круто. Ладно. Попробуем еще раз посмотреть, есть ли там что-нибудь. Так, вернись назад. Ну нет, это не похоже на тело матери, честно. Что-то там Изгрим мне хотел насчет нее сказать.
Yeah, do you need something? I'm a tad busy.
Не, ладно.
Goodbye.
Ничего, стоп, дайте, у меня же...
Tahar, may I help you with something?
Нету кусочков.
Goodbye.
Так, тела матери нету. Блин, ну я не знаю, возможно оно лежит где-то там же, как и лежит все остальное. Как Тахар лежала на каменной койке, пока она рекуперировалась. Сейчас слабо пойму, что, как, что, где искать. Мне не хочется квест просто, ну, не то что заваливать, а подфакапливать. С пожитками это, конечно, интересный вариант, но я сомневаюсь, что that's the case. Давайте все комнаты обзырю просто. Здесь ни хрена, здесь коридорами всякие. А, вот оно, господи. Фига они его зарыли, мне кажется, надо проще даже будет от камня к камню пробежаться. Матушко! Авушко! Вон он, силуэтик, так сказать.
She's breathing, but her spirit is gone.
Надо доставать душу и вернуть ее. Душу. Доставать душу. Все, что-то у меня сегодня с речью проблемы. Ой, Пася, там такой лютый 18+, там она, то есть она вообще абсолютно голая, я так понимаю. Но это едва видно, поэтому я не уверен, что это прям qualified.
Tahar, ready to discuss the next steps?
О, да, чувак, готово. Но давай-ка узнаем про Муландиру.
How exactly did you get here? Weren't you in Greyfell when the Harbinger took over?
No, I wasn't.
Ага,
Otherwise, I wouldn't be standing
возвращался
here.
в Северную
But we were on our way back the night it happened. As you can imagine, it was a hard choice to make. But eventually, I left my pride behind and realized attacking Greykeep with the little division I was traveling with would have been suicide.
Что логично.
So you fled.
We retreated.
Отступили.
We went to Iskander because we had heard the rumors about your army. There we met one of your scouts, and then the elven woman.
Ирия привела их в
Oh, she decided to let you in.
Correct. You know the rest. Your people were a bit distrustful at first, and I don't blame them. After all, they'd been fighting the Royal Army not too long ago. But eventually, they realized that we were on the same side.
Знай свое место, чувак.
Well, I'm fine with you being here, but know your place. This is not Greykeep.
I know it isn't. No reason to flex your muscles, Tahar.
Сейчас он будет ругаться на майнд-контроль, который предлагает Изгрим.
I want to talk about Sentenza. His death.
Well, what is there to say? As I heard the story, he didn't leave you much choice.
Ну да, согласен.
So you're not angry?
For you defending your life? No. I never understood why he was so obsessed with
Наверное,
hunting you
потому что
down
он
to
был
begin with.
уверен, что
But he was acting on your orders.
Well, yes, strictly spoken, he was. You were a traitor. Or at least, that's what we thought back then. That witch hunt in Iskander, the battle at the Eye, that was his choice.
Why?
Why did he want me dead so badly?
Well, I can only guess. But to me, it seemed as if he felt as if you had, I don't know, betrayed him. He always spoke highly of you. Did you know that? At times, it almost felt as if he considered you his own kin.
Родственником считал.
Well, if he did, he didn't show it very much.
That doesn't surprise me. Sentenza was never good at expressing emotions. You see, Tahar, in the end, both he and I are men born from war. Seeing people die at your command, hearing the widows and the orphans cry as a result of your choices.
Ну да, он все-таки вырезал очередную деревню незадолго до того, как он съехал.
And Sentenza did so by shutting off his emotions entirely. Or at least to the outside. But in the end, he always did what he thought was best for Mrakovey. He saw the Harbinger's true face even before he revealed it. And I brushed it off as his usual distrust towards anyone, which was, as you know, a fatal mistake. And who knows? Maybe if I had listened, it would never have come to this.
Without the Harbinger, I'd be dead.
That's true. But this discussion isn't leading us anywhere, Tahar.
Господи, жуть какая. Так, тут появились по 3-му уровню у всех обилок. Вау. Давайте я призыв к оружию прокачаю на 3-й уровень.
There's just one thing I still can't wrap my head around. How did Lacane become so powerful? How could he rally so many people behind him?
A big question, isn't it? In the end, I think it boils down to the fact that he poured salt into the wounds the Mage Wars had left in Northander. You see, it's not hard to rally people behind you if they are desperate enough. He just gave them a simple answer to a complex question. And the people believed him. Though I don't consider him a pragmatist, he really believes in what he says, that Aeonia will return once mankind has repented. Which worries me even more.
Ну да.
There's nothing more.
Я говорю, есть какая-то связь между предвестником и самым Тахаром. Ладно, что дальше делать?
Let's discuss what comes next. I'll go get the others.
Good.
Good. Now that you're all here, I'd like to plan how we proceed. As
Tahar, I think you should allow yourself some more rest.
Отдыхай.
You were in a coma for more than a month, and we still don't know what that melding actually did to you.
Isn't it obvious? It made her more powerful.
Yeah, but where does that power come from? What effect does it have on
Ну,
the
как бы хрен с ним, дайте ей убивать людей. Все хорошо, парень.
I'm all right, Iskram. Just trust me.
Fine. And go on.
Thank you. So, our objective is clear. We need to defeat the purity of light and save my mother. Angar, am I right to assume that Lacane made Greykeep his new base of operations?
Correct. It's the center of his power, which is both good and bad. It's bad because Greyfell was built to withstand any kind of ambush.
Хорошо, потому что там внутри королева, да?
Because it also means if we succeed and reconquer Greyfell, we'll cut off the snake's head. Once we kill Lacane, the purity will fall. However, there's no point in fooling ourselves.
Да, это будет сложно.
That battle for Greyfell will be bloody, and if we want to have
вот
even the slightest chance of winning, we need to join the remaining houses.
Ultran, Hallet, and Wulfgar.
Yes. If we put this army together with theirs, we might stand a chance. Also, you should see if you can strengthen the alliances you already have, Tahar.
Логично, эльфов и
so we can talk further once this meeting has been concluded.
So do I.
All right. So where do we start?
It's up to you. But before we can even think about arranging a conclave between the houses, we need to break that spell the Harbinger put on my sister Myra.
Для этого нужно лучше изучать майнд-контроль.
Actually, it should be simple. We need to find the one controlling her, take the rune, and, well, destroy it in the forge.
And who is controlling her? What if it's the Harbinger himself?
I doubt it. The manipulator has to be physically close to his subject, so it'll most likely be someone in Lady Myra's army. But your rune will react to another rune's presence, so once that person is near, you'll feel it.
Мы еще можем унюхать.
Then I have a plan. The Harbinger has taken up position in Iskander, between the Utran and the Everlight border. You know that place, Tahar. It's where your father started his rebellion, and where Sentenza almost captured you.
The Loyalist camp. So, what's your plan?
We strike in full force and take the castle. He'll be forced to initiate a counterattack, and my sister's armies, the Utran army, will be the closest ones at hand.
A bait.
Yes.
Понятно.
We hold the castle against the main army, whereas you, Tahar, and a small troop get behind enemy lines. You find the rune carrier and strike from the shadows. Obviously, you have to act quick. We can't hold against the entire Utran army forever.
Окей. Ну, pretty much понимаем,
so we take
более-менее,
over the
как
castle,
работает.
wait for the Utran armies to cross the border, sneak behind their lines, and eliminate the rune carrier. And once Lady Myra is freed, we will gain the support of House Hallett and House Wolfgar.
Yes, though we'll need to take care of something else before that. But let's discuss this when the time comes.
Agreed. One more thing. This will be dangerous, and our original mission has been completed. In other words, if any of you are thinking of leaving, now is the time. Well, then we best get prepared now. I'll tell you when we head out.
Understood. Tahar, I'd also like to talk
Анна
with you
что-то
if you
хочет
have
у
a
нас
moment.
узнать. Мне кажется, мы сегодня будем болтушками заниматься. Да, фак. Может, и не будем.
Corporal Tahar. A word, if you will?
Who are you?
Private Miller, Corporal. I'm from the Royal Army and came here with the Lord Marshal. We've captured someone who we suspect belongs to the Purity. He was seen in the deserted village outside this city. He looks suspicious. He claims to be a simple courier sent to deliver a message to you, but we didn't want to take any risks. He's outside, near the entrance to the caves.
I see. Thank you, soldier.
Да, сейчас будем, у нас будут по болтушке реально. Окей, давайте узнаем, что кто хочет. Гор?
You said you know where we can find more allies.
Yes, I do. I'll make it short. The Ash Reavers have invaded the foot of Bargagor. If we defeat them and their leader, like we defeated Krell, their soldiers will join us.
The Ash Reavers? I'm guessing that's another orc tribe.
Yes, you already met them.
Ну это были первые орки, с которыми мы встретились.
They are a very violent tribe. A lot like what Krell wanted the Fire Wielders to become. And they are nomads. They never stay in one place for more than a couple of moons, which is why their city is basically a movable fortress.
So we head back to Bargagor and defeat them. Sounds simple enough.
Well, yeah. Except for one thing. Kagan, the Ash Reavers chieftain.
Kagan.
I think this invasion is about more than gaining new territory. It's personal.
То есть он пришел по нашу душу.
And that's putting it lightly.
Why? Because you kill Krell?
No. It's more complicated than that. Do you remember the story about my trial? About
Ну да, ты только что мне рассказывал.
Yeah, I do. You took the shapeshifter's trial together, and she sacrificed herself so that you could live.
Yeah, she did. To get to the point.
Он ее брат.
Kagan is Rain's true brother. To this day, he thinks that I killed her.
Понятно.
Did you ever try to tell him the true story?
We only met once. And yes, I did try to talk to him. It ended in a fight which I won.
Надо было убить.
That disgrace only added to his hatred. And truth be told, that was my last attempt to convince him. I knew it was fruitless. Our tribes lived weeks of journey from each other. And, well, the memory of Rain's sacrifice is painful enough for me as it is. I just wanted it buried. Somewhere in the dark corners of my mind where I'd never have to face it again. Which, as you can guess, didn't work. I still have nightmares.
I see. And that's why he invaded Bargagor.
It must be.
Понятно.
Bloodthirsty as the Ash Reavers are, there is no reason for them to start a war with the Fire Wielders, especially now that we unified them. He must have heard that I'm behind this, and that rekindled his hatred for me. In other words, we need to stop him, and as fast as possible. According to one of my sources, the Purity is also planning to start an attack on Bargagor. The Fire Wielders should be able to hold at bay, but not if they have to wage war against the Ash Reavers at the same time.
Ну это звучит
Why is the Purity attacking Bargagor?
Isn't it obvious? To eradicate us. Just like the Dark Air, we orcs are a creation of the renegade gods. So we aren't even given the chance to repent. The King's War doesn't stop in Northander, Tahar. He plans to take on the entire world.
Окей, ну это
But
как бы
that's
сложно.
crazy. He must know he can't win this.
Does he?
Мне кажется,
He's
коррупция
a
его победит.
fanatic. He thinks Aeonir is
В
acting
Европе
through
обычно не
him.
происходит.
I promise you this, Tahar. Even the moment your blade is at his throat, he'll think he can still win. He has completely lost his grip on reality.
So what's the plan? Return to Bargagor, drive back the Ash Reavers, and kill Kagan?
If all else fails, yes, we will kill him.
Убьем,
For
но
the sake
надо
of my
сначала
people
пытаться его переубедить.
and for our
Понятно.
cause. But he's Rain's last living kin. So I want to first try reasoning with him instead. There must be a way to convince him that I'm not a liar, that I didn't kill his sister.
All right. I'll tell you when we head out.
Yes, Chieftain
типа,
Czar
быстрее
already
надо
left
делать.
before you woke up to get an idea of the situation. I know time is sparse, but we should leave as soon as possible. And thank you, Tahar. I appreciate it.
Хорошо.
Now would you look at that?
Так. По поводу
I wanted
Леонона.
to talk about Leonon.
I had a feeling you would. Look, back at Greykeep, the situation seemed crystal clear.
Ну, я думал, что они об этом
Three of
будут
your
говорить, но
brethren,
неважно.
and General Noria openly spoke out against you. Similar to my policy regarding the purity of light, they can now see that I was
Чувак, ты
wrong.
до хрена ошибался.
But
Королеву
again,
разбуди.
all I did was to take all factors into consideration and decide accordingly. It was all I could do.
Ладно,
I
хрен с тобой.
understand.
That's good. Either way, you've been pardoned. And more than that, now we're fighting side by side against the real scourge of the Empire. I don't hold any grudges against you. And I can only hope you feel the same.
The
Ладно,
past
да,
is the past.
хрен с
It
тобой.
is indeed.
Так.
Did you ever think about what would happen if the Queen never wakes up from her
Да, вот
coma?
интересно,
She
что будет.
will wake up. The healers claim that she's already getting better.
They've claimed that ever since that dragon incapacitated her.
The Queen has Hibernian blood in her veins. And as long as her heart is still beating, I will not waste any time thinking about something that might never happen. Though, of course, that is not to say that
Но у
others
нее
at
есть
the court haven't
наследник,
done
вау.
it. Most people believe that Queen Aelith doesn't have an heir. But that's wrong. She does.
Really? Who?
A cousin. I suppose you know about the
Наверное,
Queen's problematic ancestry. The ability to give life has always been impaired in her bloodline.
Очень много
Which is why she
инбридинга, я
does
так
not have
понимаю,
any
да?
brothers or
Смешение
sisters.
крови.
However, it was rumored that her uncle, Anno Aelith, left an heir before he died.
Ну и кто из моих товарищей это он?
It's the first time I've ever heard that.
Yes, because the Crown took measures to quiet these rumors. Suffice it to say that Queen Aelith's
Неидеальный
supposed
кандидат
cousin
на
is
престол.
far from an ideal candidate for the throne. But I will not go into detail on this topic. It is irrelevant. And it will stay irrelevant.
Я более чем уверен,
Because
что
the Queen will
это
survive. I
Рохин
can feel it.
или Урам. Скорее даже Урам, это будет вообще смешно.
Tell me, Angar,
Хотя у
do you
него там
regret
сам
helping the
было.
Purity, now that you've seen their true face?
That's a hard question to answer. And you know it. On the one hand, yes, I underestimated them. On the other hand, back then, it was the only logical thing to do.
Logical.
Yes, after all your father did in the Mage War, the people were angry, desperate, broken. The Purity channeled and still channels these emotions. It may
Типа
sound
восстание
cynical
магов,
to say
что
that
ли?
now, but if it hadn't been for the Purity of Light, something far worse might have happened.
Worse than a mage genocide? You let the Purity murder hundreds of mages.
Most of them were war criminals anyway. They would have been sentenced to death no matter what. But that is not to say that my decision to give the Purity of Light that much power came easy. I'm not free of self-doubt and empathy to her,
Я
even though it may
надеюсь,
seem that way to you.
чувак, я
However,
надеюсь.
I will not lie. Mages are a problem, and something needs to be done about them. If we don't, it is only a matter of time until a second Isamo Tahar will appear and once again plunge the world into chaos.
Понятно. Да,
We
ну,
need a
кто-то,
group
кто
that
будет
represents
как бы
mages.
говорить от магов. Магической демократии. Ну, круг, блин, короче, круг.
But before we can decide on any course of action, we need to deal with the current threat first. But to return to your question, all I did was take every factor into consideration and decide accordingly. You did the same, more than once. I've heard of the trail of destruction you've left behind.
Ну да, бывает, я бросаю солдат на сражение, лишь бы отвлечь вражескую армию и сам куда-нибудь пробежать.
The sacrifices were necessary.
Precisely. What I'm trying to say is, there might have been a better way to handle things.
Я его не нашел, зашибись.
I did what I could, and even though it turned out to be a mistake, I have no regrets.
Ладно,
расскажи
мне
You said you have an idea on how we can get more allies to fight the purity.
Дайте угадаю.
Yes, I do.
Да, железные соколы.
It's someone you're already familiar with. At least, according to your friend Iria. The Iron Falcons.
You want to convince them to join our troops?
Not all of them, obviously. The Field Dog are an even greater threat than the Purity, even if most people nowadays have almost forgotten about them. What I suggest is that we strike a bargain with them. They give us a small division of their elite keepers, and we provide them with twice the amount of foot and maybe engineers to make up for it.
Engineers and infantry for a handful of knights? Is that really worth it?
It is. The Falcons aren't only excellent fighters. Their presence will also inspire our
Я видел, как железные живые легенды стабелями укладывались.
That's not what it seemed like when I was there. Highkeeper Erenor almost lost the tomb just because she was too stubborn to cooperate with the Deathmen.
Well, given that the latter now fight for the Harbinger, a mistrust isn't that unjustified, don't you think? But still, you make a fair point. Keeper Erenor is...
Ой, я бы на следующем стриме сразу к ним бы сходил.
She learned her lesson.
All right. It's worth a try. When do we set out?
Whenever you want. Thanks to these Godstones, it won't take us long to get there. So I'm not expecting this mission to cost us more than a day, 2 at most. We should probably take some troops with us, just in case the canyon is still unsafe.
Fair enough. I'll let you know when we go.
Good.
А, там должен Пьюрити бегать, я понял. Так, окей, давайте сейчас посмотрим, не появилось ли там что-то нового. Нет, нового ничего не появилось. Так, Ирия, с ней надо поговорить, это будет личный разговор, скорее всего, но я вот, короче, сегодня закончу на этих разговорах всех. Осталось только понять, как с эльфами, что, и посмотреть на карту, и уже на следующем стриме выдвигаться.
Ah, I was hoping you'd come by. That was quite the surprise visit, wasn't it? The Harbinger couldn't have picked a better time for his attack.
I guess you could say that. How's your injury? That blast from the barrier looked quite painful.
The blast? Oh yeah, sure. I'm as good as new.
Хорошо быть магом света.
One of the perks of being a light mage. Tahar, I'm sorry for everything.
Да, релакс.
Well,
ну, я понял, что
what you discovered in that dungeon. I didn't see that coming, honestly. I mean, I'd always felt you were different, but an experiment of your father?
Я предполагаю, что
I would have never guessed.
Ирия прям стала хорошим другом.
Lacane took your mother. It's just one tragedy follows another. Now I feel almost ridiculous thinking about my supposed problems.
Я думаю, да, мы вытащим ее из этого грёбаного медальона.
I know. And we will. Blazes. How crazy does that all sound? A half-shaper whose mother's spirit has been stolen by a religious fanatic. If all this weren't actually happening, I'd think I'd be watching a bad play.
Я не могу сказать, что это плохая пьеса.
Hero in this, and I don't envy you.
Бывает.
A bit of normality would be nice for a change.
I can imagine. Tell me, Tahar, if you had the choice, would you have wanted to know about your mother and how you were born?
Well,
давайте ответим вопросом на
your father also never told you who your mother was. Would you want to find out?
Good question. On the one hand, yes, I think I would.
Хотела бы, но мне впадло этим заниматься, говорит она по факту.
I guess in the end it wouldn't have really mattered. She is dead, I know that much. And whether she was a priestess of the White Tree or a slum dweller, it wouldn't have changed the fact that she wasn't there when I grew up. But you're a different story. Your mother is still alive. And she's a shaper. I mean, doesn't that change everything? Would you really have wanted to know?
Ну, не знаю. Да не, вряд ли.
Probably not. You know, I had my set of explanations for who I was and what made me the way I am. Now I'm back at the start.
Yeah, I figured. Anyway, Shaper or not, it's good to have you back. Honestly, there were times when I was worried you wouldn't ever wake up again.
Well, it's good to be back.
Stoic as always. Anyway, in case you were wondering, I'm not planning to leave now. If you need my help, I'll be here.
Ну, разговариваю здесь довольно дохрена. Привет, Лати. Но это большая такая полноценная РПГ а-ля, не знаю, Тирания или что там еще было очень популярно, Pillars of Eternity. Только в ней еще есть стратегические элементы. Но сюжетка здесь проработана на уровне тех игр, я считаю, как минимум.
Thanks, Iria. I really appreciate it.
Great. And now that we've got that out of the way, you should get some more sleep. You still look like a walking corpse. Don't make a habit out of it. I'll talk to you later.
Ну да. Когда ты просыпаешься и тебе говорят, что ты выглядишь как просто очень говёно. С ней еще поговорить можно?
Corporal? Need anything?
You never told me why you fled Finland.
Fair enough. You've given me little reason to distrust you, so... Oh well. Let's just get this over with. I already told you about my father. How to him, I had always been more of an asset. Well, after my father died, I decided to become a novice.
A novice?
Someone aspiring to be a priest of Ellen. I don't know why I did it. It was something my father had always considered a backup plan if an arranged marriage wouldn't work out. Part of it was probably because obeying my father was all I knew at that time.
Господи, жуть какая. А чем они реально
What does life as a priest of Ellen look like?
Boring. Though not as boring as a Northander monk's life. You are free to have family and to indulge in the earthly pleasures. Still, your life is devoted to worship. And for a priest of Ellen, that means healing the sick and preserving Ellen's greatest gift. Nature.
Was it difficult to receive the novitiate?
Not for me. First of all, I was a good candidate. I was still very young, not even in my 30s. And I already knew a great deal about magic and healing. Secondly, I was, after all, pure blood. That helped as well.
No, что-то
But
не получилось.
something happened.
Yes. In my first year, I fell in love. That crazy, hot-blooded, head-over-the-heels kind of love that the bards all sing about. The boy felt the same way, and for the next year it was, well, it was perfect. It was the two of us against the world. Maybe you know that feeling.
Ну, не факт, но...
And the priests didn't mind?
Priestesses. Only women are allowed to teach.
Понятно.
And no, they didn't. Elves consider love to be a blessing of Ellen. Forbidding it would be near absurd. I have no clue where your monks got that idea from. Though, of course, that boy and I tried to, restrain ourselves when the situation demanded it.
Понятно. Чем все закончилось?
And I guess your romance didn't end well.
You guess right. But it was more than that. You know, I told you how I always felt estranged around other people. I knew how to put on a smile, how to make myself fit in, but it was always fake.
Интровертичная эльфийка.
Dramatic as it may sound, I thought I had finally found someone who understood me. Then there was the novitiate. Despite all the time I sunk into doing the crazy things lovers often do, I never failed as a student. Or, no,
Конечно, она была лучше, естественно, я не удивлен.
I was the best, in every aspect.
Which didn't sit well with some people.
No. And eventually, they made sure I felt it. They excluded me from everything.
То есть,
Stared at me when I walked by.
Всяких...
It hurt, yes, but I convinced myself it didn't. I've always been good at that.
Did it take a toll on your relationship with that boy?
More than that. My lover's friends started manipulating him. Telling him that I only saw him as my pet. That he was a failure, and that I only kept him around to feel good about myself.
Ну, понятно, вряд ли
What,
он...
and he listened to them? That's pathetic.
Maybe. But he was young, same as I, and young people often do irrational things. You see, we novices all knew that only 4 out of 20 will be granted priesthood at the end of our training. And being a failed novice leaves you with a mark you'll keep for the rest of your life. It all looked peaceful on the surface, but beneath that it was an arena. And these other novices, they made sure my friend became aware of that fact. To him, I started being a rival as well. Do you want to know the biggest joke of it all? I didn't see it. The idea that, I don't know, that he would listen to them. That he would ever reach a point where he'd put what we had below his hurt pride and his fears. It never crossed my mind.
So, what happened?
Well, he knew I was curious by nature, so... One night, when we were in bed together, he suddenly asked me if I wanted to go on an adventure. Of course I said yes. So we snuck out into the cloister's courtyard. It was beautiful. The night was cloudless, and the old oak, our cloister's shrine, had just begun to bloom. We made our way to the library building, but of course the door was locked.
Господи.
Out of nowhere, he pulled the key,
в библиотеку. Это
grinning at me
страшное
and
преступление для
It was
лучших
insane.
жрецов.
As you can imagine, priests aren't known for being lenient towards these kinds of trespassings. We were risking our novitiate, and I didn't even know the reason, but I liked it. And we were doing it together, weren't we? It was exciting. He took my hand and we went to the High Priestess's office. We opened the door and went inside, and there he finally told me what we were here for, to open the grimoire.
О, Господи. The fuck is that?
Grimoire?
The High Priestess's spellbook. It was a stupid idea. And if I hadn't been so blind, so bloody naive, I should have seen it by then. But I didn't.
What did he ask you to do?
To open it and try to read one of the spells. He teased me.
Понятно, он вынудил ее кастануть что-то.
You know,
И все спалили.
saying it like that sounds so bloody stupid, doesn't it? But again, I was too blind. I laughed. I wanted to impress him, so I gave him a kiss. Opened the page and started saying the words. Long story short, I lost control. The spell was too much for me to handle, and it
О,
misfired.
Господи. А он сбежал или его
One moment I was staring at the
атаковали?
pages, the next one, the library was aflame, and my lover was gone.
Да.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Вот
I was the one
хмырёныш.
too stupid to see it coming.
How far did that fire spread?
Not far. It was put out before it could do real damage. But, of course,
12
that was the end
лет
of novitiate.
наказания.
I was thrown into the cell of shame and sentenced to 12 years of polishing prayer banks and cleaning floors in the shrine.
Ну, я думаю, что... Блин.
Did you try to tell the priestesses the whole story?
No, I just sat there and smiled. Of course I did. But my love had all his friends to back him up. To them, it wasn't even a trial. It was a feast.
Понятно.
Your lover. Did he regret it?
I think so. The only bloody gratification I ever got from this. But even if he would have confessed and begged me to take him back, I couldn't have. All that connection, that trust, it was gone. Worse, it was tainted.
Defiled, я бы сказал даже.
But you never polished those prayer banks. Am I right?
No. In the night after the trial, they still let me sleep in my chamber.
Ну, понятно, да, радостно слилась,
Maybe they
вот
simply
правильно
didn't
сделала.
care. I got my things, left, and never came back. So, here it is, the whole truth. No dark secrets, no assassinations, no necromantic rituals.
Логично.
Just a plain old broken
Почему всем
heart.
такие нужны героические истории,
Compared with all that shit
как
you had to go
Тахар?
through, it almost sounds ludicrous.
Да не, все нормально.
It doesn't. Being betrayed by someone you trust often hits the
Да,
hardest.
как Сентансинори, например.
I guess. It's just, I don't get it. How could he give all that up? I mean, there was something between us, you know? Something rare.
Может, он
something
высокомерный
precious.
Йольф.
But no. He threw it all away for his
И
fucking
исключительно по этой
vanity.
причине.
But in a way, it's just a continuation of what I've always known. Wherever I am, I'm a stranger. People don't like me, and I don't like them.
For what it's worth.
Окей, Ирия, ты напоминаешь мне мою жену этой фразой.
Me too. I'd like some space now.
Да,
I hope you
побежали.
don't mind. Let's talk later.
Ирия прокачала способность. Ага, ну это надо будет ей левел получить, чтобы ее прокачать до конца. Собственно, валим отсюда к чертовой душе. Честно, Рохина, Иану и Андгаста, ну, может, с Рохином я еще поговорю, но с остальными не особо интересно. Плюс мне интересно, что за хрень творится с тем чуваком, которого поймали, типа, на выходе. Но начнем мы, наверное, либо с того, как кто ближе, либо с Юль. Да, Рохин ближе. С Рохином интереснее всего поговорить, потому что, насколько я понимаю, у него должна быть связь... Нет, стоп, нет, не с тобой. У него должна быть связь с другими двумя спелфорсами. А это я потом прокачаю.
So, I guess we have some talking to do, don't we?
You knew about my mother, didn't you? That's what you hinted at back in the forge before we set out to the Eye.
Well, the answer is yes and no. I had suspicions, let us call it that, but they weren't enough to go on, and I had no idea your mother was connected to the Bloodburn.
You should have told me.
Is that so? And exactly what should I have told you? That I believe you might be the result of your father's experiments? That you're the offspring of some long-dead, forgotten race? Tell me, Tahar, what for? I mean, at best, you wouldn't have believed me. And at worst, it would have cost you your sanity. So no, I don't think I should have told you. I didn't know if these suspicions had any substance at all. And I would have been at great risk, especially back then, when you were still part of the rebellion.
Окей, реально, откуда ты...
Where did these suspicions come from? Did my father tell you?
No. And he never found out that I knew. Your father...
Понятно, прочитал его записи.
I don't need to tell you how meticulous he was, do I? That's why he always kept notes of his experiments and studies. I found one, a notebook. The story's actually quite simple. Your father had gone out to meet with Aeolot Iskander, and had tasked me with cleaning up his laboratory.
Really? He never let me into his laboratory.
I know. And he wasn't exactly trustworthy towards me, neither. But you know Osamo, his mood was never what you'd call stable. One day, he'd think the entire rebellion had schemed against him. The next day, he told us that we'd change the world. It was part of his charisma, I guess. Sometimes I think the reason why the Mage Rebellion became so big was less of Osamo's magical powers, rather than his ability to create emotions in his followers. But we digress. So I had found this small booklet on his table. It didn't look important in any way, yet I was immediately curious. I opened it and started reading.
What was in there?
His experiments in the Eye. The ancient woman, as he called her. Your creation, these waxwork figures which he tried to infuse with life. It was disturbing.
Ну да, чувак, ты маг, я понимаю, что
это
может быть интересно.
Fascinating, as you can imagine.
Понятно.
Do you still have that book?
No, of course not. I couldn't even read through all of it, else your father would have noticed that I had done nothing of what he had tasked me with. And I have no idea where it is now.
I figured. So, why did he, well, create me? My mother said it was to gain access to the Archfire.
Yes, I think that was the main reason. Though I couldn't help but notice a certain...
То есть как-то свою дочь он любил немножко.
Warmth in his
Хоть и
words
странно на нее
when he
смотрел,
described
когда
his
она родилась.
plans.
О, командир Флинн.
It just all sounds so bizarre.
Yes, it does. Still, I don't think you were just a tool to him. You weren't. Tell me, Tahar, knowing all that, how does it make you feel?
Как-то более спокойнее. Поспокойнее.
Marvelous.
Yes, I guess that was a stupid question. Either way, I think we both need some time to think.
Понятно, у него тоже
As I
способность
said,
появилась.
Tahar, I'm sorry that I didn't tell you
Что он
earlier,
дает?
but I simply didn't know what to do.
Убил врага, восстановил концентрацию.
Yes.
Ну, это хорошая вещь. Так, окей, эльфы. Расскажите мне, что там... Мне вот интересно. Командир Флинн. Ну это наемник, собственно. Надо будет с ними всеми потом поторговать. Не забыть. Но это я, наверное, сделаю уже за кадром потом. Как-нибудь. Башни смерти. Их тут нет уже, не показывают, да? Они там дальше на север. Жалко. Окей.
Tahar, good of you to come by.
Sure. You wanted to talk?
Yes. I'll be brief.
While you were asleep, an elven messenger came by. Varden Marilith, one of the Morhir squires from Leafshade, sent him.
Marilith? What did he want?
Only that he needed your help. They, that is, he and a couple of his followers, seem to be somewhere deep in the Leafshade jungle. Near the
Халаяш! Старый халаяш!
The old Hibernian city? But what do they want there? That's dangerous.
Проходили на прошлом стриме.
23 февраля.
Окей.
Alright. We might look into this.
Третий уровень эльфов.
Is there anything else you wish to discuss, Tahar?
Да, кажется, нет. А что там требуется с ней поговорить?
Yes, Corporal? How can I help?
А, нет. Это и Анна. Не Анна. Спасибо, я с тобой не хочу говорить.
Goodbye.
Пока что. Я думаю, что это эльфийская командирша. А это всего лишь Анна. Так, окей, значит, здесь стоят два... Почему странник, а не стражник? Не похоже на эльфов, и не похоже на хуманов. Ну ладно, сейчас Тахар уже добежит. Давай. Недалеко тебе осталось бегать.
Oh, great. Another one. How often do you want me to tell you? I'm not a spy.
Ты сюда пришел со мной поговорить, чувак.
Wait, you're their leader, aren't you? Corporal Tahar.
Yes.
Well, then maybe you can tell these fools to let me go. Blazes, I knew it was stupid to take that job.
Кто ты такой? Вестовая.
So, who are you, and what are you doing in Farland's Hope?
As I told this bloody brute who captured me, I'm just a courier, and someone paid me to deliver a message to a Corporal Tahar. I had no idea it was the Corporal Tahar. And had I known, I would have told that guy who gave me the job to sod off.
Who was it?
Well, he was wearing a hood, so he obviously didn't want to be recognized, but he had a brown beard, was about your height, and had, I don't know how to put it, a certain sadness in his eyes.
But he didn't look dangerous and paid good coin. So I took it.
Can I see this message?
Oh, finally, someone who asks. Yes, it's in my coat pocket, and no, there's no poison in there to kill you.
Let me see. A meeting in Everlight. From a friend.
A friend, you see? Can I go now?
I'll think about it.
What's wrong with you people? What do you want from me?
As I said, I'll think about it. Just stay put.
As if I had a fucking choice.
Yes.
You again. What do you want?
Ладно, надо было его отпустить на самом деле. Ну ладно, хрен с ним. Таинственный Ой, не Бернар, а Бертранд. Точно вспомнил, как его зовут. Давайте по карте мира сейчас посмотрим, что куда нас поведет на следующем стриме. И, так сказать, наверное, на сегодня закончим. Так. Муландир. Эти задания мы знаем. Борьба за примирение. Аниров клинок. С этими разбираем. Старый халаяш! Уи! Та же карта, наверное. Но это мы, собственно, к эльфам поможем с этим. Ну, Всесвет это понятно. Блудный сын это сейчас неактивное задание. Серая цитадель, хрен бы с ней. Старый халаяш это очень хорошо. Это вот... я теперь, по крайней мере, понимаю, где это находится. Оу, щит. Единственное, что я не помню, что за задание в лесах Эстендера. Или в старом халаяше, наоборот, дополнительное задание. Ладно, вне зависимости, народ. Я думаю, что мы посмотрели... Ну, не зря посмотрели, что где у нас здесь происходит. Давайте-ка я пока вернусь в Муландир, и мы встретимся с вами... В следующий раз, я не знаю, буду ли я стримить Spellforce в среду, но я точно буду стримить в среду. Посмотрим ближе к делу, что там у нас будет ждать. Всем спасибо за просмотр и всем удачи.